I'm still very sick, so I can't promise how long I will be about today. But I didn't want to miss 2 streams in a row. So, lucky me, I put something very, very calm and very chill on the schedule. So, Polygamy made a good choice. And, I picked up a couple more of the DLC packs because I'd finished all of the ones I already owned. And I wasn't sure how many I would get through. It kind of depends how fast I go. I mean, I wasn't planning on exactly speed running, but no, this is a nice game I play when I just want to relax. And I figured it would be a good one. It would be a good one. To just sit and play and have a chat for a while. Damn, this picture got that dog in it. Oh. But yeah, cause things are doing. Originally, I think I was gonna do just like a regular art stream. However, the project I'm working on right now is kind of like a super special top secret, so can't really do that. But maybe for next week if I feel better, which I really hope I do. I'm starting to be better. Monday was definitely the worst. I just kind of feel like I've got a bit of a cold right now, which is good. But you know. Yay, look at that woofer. Low pixel woofer. And I went through it and I hid all of the images because usually I have the settings so that it shows the name and the like outline beforehand. But I wanted it to be a nice surprise today. Because surprises are fun. I also might go see if I can wiggle about the font a little bit. Where was the thing? Ah, there it is. That one. Because the little pixel font is very cute, but it also very much hurts my eyes to look at in this screen. There we go. That's better. I don't know how far I'm gonna get through the packs, but I don't know. We'll just see. Whenever I'm tired, I will go. I am looking after myself. Do not worry. I didn't want to miss 2 streams in a row because it felt really bad. And like, I'm not really doing anything else because all of my family do not have the COVID, which is good. But it does mean I'm kind of like stuck in my room and I'm not allowed to leave. Because they have shit to do, so I kind of can't get them sick. But hey ho, is what it is and all that. Yeah, I kind of just wanted to like sit and chat, really. Not about anything in particular, but I'm on new medicines. Actually, that's part of the reason I didn't even like consider that I had COVID until like yesterday, because you know all of I've had it once before. And in hindsight, yeah, it was very similar, so I probably should have picked up on it. But all of the symptoms that, you know, like differ from a regular cold, they're all common side effects of the new medicine I'm on. So I think I just kind of, you know, went, oh, it's just, you know, medicine side effects, whatever. And it just didn't even cross my mind that, hey, maybe I should do a test and, like, check that. So yeah, I'm dumb, but that's okay. I know now. But I mean, in better news, the medicine I'm actually taking is working, which is super duper good. Fairy poggers. So maybe, after I've been on it for a bit, I might be able to go out and do things again, which is super exciting. Because I haven't been able to, like, comfortably go out and, like, have fun for a very long time now. So I'm kind of excited for that. Which sounds really depressing now that I say it out loud, but, like, I don't know. I'm very excited to be more, I guess, normal. Because, oh boy, I have not been for an extended duration of time now. But, eh. And again, I wouldn't be here if I did, so... Oh well. Everything happens for a reason and all that. Oh. There we go. Wait, where's the last one I'm missing? Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. These are very, very simple compared. The reason I'm starting with the pets pack, usually I go from the top down in my packs list. So it would be the Vistas pack. But I had a sneak peek at the quantities of pixels in those. And, like, the pets one starts very small and sort of gradually goes up to the bigger puzzles. And the Vistas one just jumps you right into, like, the couple thousand ones. And, no. No, my brain needs to warm up first. I only woke up like an hour ago. So I'm very sleepy. But again, I didn't want to miss stream because I enjoy my time here and it's fun. And I'm also just getting very fucking bored, frankly. There's only so many things I can do while confined to a singular room of my house. Oh, that achievement's called Puppy. That's adorable. Puppy. Wait, did I miss? Wait. Wait, is the game bugged? Why is there just like a thing? Huh? Oh, shit. Whoops. My bad. I accidentally just closed the game. Feels bad, man. Why is the complete button right over the exit button? That is dumb. Oh well, I'm here twice now. Hi. Hello. Oh dear. Come on. Come on, game capture. Do your thing, buddy. There we go. It's back. It's back. We're good. We're good. Goodness sake. Ooh, this one. Is it a rabbit? Oh my god, is this one a rabbit? This looks suspiciously like a rabbit. I think this may be a rabbit. And the colours are convincing me I may be correct. There we go. And I did also turn on a couple of the funky fun accessibility settings. Like, you see how I can paint over the other tiles there? Whenever I finish this color, in fact, I'll just show whenever I've finished it. But it locks completed colors. So not finished pixels, like if I do that, it'll color over. But once I've filled in all of a whole color, then that section is like, you know, safe. And I can't accidentally undo my progress, which is nice. Because I'm very clumsy. And I would be here forever if I didn't have that option enabled. Oh, it's so nice when it's just like big, long... Oh, not right there, it isn't. But just like long streaks of the same color. Very nice. I don't know how I sound right now. Probably a little bit gross, if I had to guess. Because I kind of sound the same in my own head, but I don't know if I've just like gotten used to whatever's going on right now. Which is probably the case. Oh, now I can show. Look, see. Does it color over? Ah, this is the outline color. Well, that makes sense. Whew. I think it is a Babbit. It's okay, it's definitely a Babbit. It's definitely 100%. Exciting, exciting. I mean, it probably doesn't need saying, but I am a rabbit enjoyer. No. to see if I can at least get through all of the pets. Again, I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to be on. I mean, ideally, I'd be here for my whole, like, 2.5, 3 hours, but I feel like that's probably a bit unrealistic. Just based on, you know, circumstances and all that. Unpoggers stuff. But I will do my best. Oh, I'm also working on a, collecting, like, funny moments. Because I want to do another, like, montage thing on my YouTube channel. Because I found editing those things quite fun, really. Like, stupid highlight reels. So I have asked my lovely moderator Keckers to help me in, like, sifting through any old highlight save to find, you know, the absolute peak stupid comments that I've made that would be funniest to hear with very little context as to what the fuck I was talking about. And so far, I think I have about half of what I need for it, which is super cool. Also, that's inaccurate. Babbits don't have beans. SMH. Rabbits do not have toe beans. It is just fur. There is none of this. It is just fur. There are no beans. Fun rabbit fact. There are no beans. I mean, I don't know. It's up to personal preference in, I don't know, like, art senses, whether you draw beans. But if you're trying to be accurate, there are none. There are no beans. Oh, a camel! At least I hope this is a camel, otherwise that's gonna look really, really dumb when I finish this and it's, like, not a camel. I'm hoping it's a camel. It looks like it should be. I mean, you know, there's this going on. Unless it's just, like, I don't know, a horse carrying a dead person. That seems unlikely, given the genre of the game. Yeah, I will try and maybe come up with another project, because I really liked doing that little drawing stream I did. It was very nice to just, like, get some work done, while getting to hang out for a bit. But yeah, as I said, my current project that I'm, like, my brain is focused on is super duper top secret, and I'm doing my absolute best to not spoil it. Because I have told myself I'm going to keep it a secret this time. Like, for realsies. I'm not gonna spoil it. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be done for a while because it's a fairly big project. But whenever it is, I will be super excited to show it off. Be like, hey, look at this thing. Look at this thing, isn't it exciting? Yeah. Oh. But for now, super duper secret. Shh. And I don't have any, like, I don't know, estimated time of completion. I'm not far enough through to be able to determine that yet, but it's probably going to be at least, like, a month or 2. It depends how absolutely cracked my progress is while I'm just stuck inside, not able to do anything. Even more than usual. Here we go. Yeah, no, this is definitely a camel. Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad my initial assessment was not completely off. That's something. My animal recognition is still there. Good, good. Not completely dying yet. Ooh. For the bigger puzzles, I'm probably gonna skip my, like, completing every color individually thing, because it gets really, really tough to do that in the proper big ones, because, you know, there's, like, a couple thousand squares, and sometimes there'll be, like, a singular pixel over here that you missed, And, you know, unless you're down to enough pixels that you get the little hints where it's sort of like, hey, there's one in this kind of area. Like, look over here. Yeah, you're not finding it. There's no fucking way. That's just not happening, frankly. Oh, there we go. I think we're almost there. Woohoo! Camel! I like the time lapses though. Again, they're way more satisfying on the big puzzles. Especially if I do it like row by row, which I think I will do on at least one of them, if purely just to see the time lapse at the end, because it'll be really nice. Seeing it kind of like like a printer. In fact, I'll do it on this one because it'll be easy-ish. But it does mean I have to actually be careful about where I'm clicking. But that is fine. Please. This has got to be a bird of some kind. But I'm not sure which kind yet. Maybe like a dove? Maybe. But then again, it's got this brown. And doves are usually like all white, so maybe not. Perhaps it will become more clear as the picture progresses. Uncertain. I just want to see how funky the time lapse is if I do it printer style. And I haven't heard a printer in ages. I think probably since I was in college, honestly. I mean, you know, printing stuff out is like not really a thing you need to do anymore. Almost everything's digital. I'm gonna like accidentally finish some ah, no. Okay, well, my nice super duper even time lapse is gonna be slightly off, but that's okay. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Do not matter. Maybe it's like a eagle? I don't. I'm not very knowledgeable on birds, gotta be honest. My parents are more of the bird enjoyers. Oh, there is this like old guy in my town who's like a really avid bird watcher, and sometimes if you see him out and about, people are like, hey, look up in this tree, do you want to borrow my binoculars? Yeah, there's this like super special kind of bird up there, and it's like here for this season. It's really sweet. I've not really got to meet him in person myself, which I'm kind of disappointed about, but my mother has told me about it, and I was like, aw, that's wholesome. He just wants to share his love for birds with everyone. And I think that is very poggers. Good for him. Good for him. Good for him. Maybe at some point I'll be able to go and, like, see the birds. I mean, I see birds, like, out my window, but it's mainly, pigeons. And, like, I don't know, the occasional, like, sparrow and shit. Which is cool. But I see them pretty much every day, like on the wall and stuff. I do like the pigeons though. There is a really, really fluffy pigeon, who I see like every morning I go to my job. He like sits on one of the lampposts on the route I walk, and he's so fluffy. Like, I don't know how to convey. You know how pigeon feathers are usually relatively smooth? I don't know if this guy is just really, really strict in upkeeping his feather plucking, but he's so fuzzy. So fuzzy. Like, he always just looks so soft, and I wish I could be like, hey buddy, and like pick him up, but I'm not Shockingly, I'm not tall enough to reach a lamppost, so that is never gonna happen. But oh, I did get to pet a cat this week. That was nice. We have a lot of cats on where we live, but there's a lot of them, at least where I am, are kind of assholes, which sucks. But every now and then, there's like a couple of them that are just really, really sweet. And you know, you do the little like, "Wah," and the slow blink, and then they're like, oh my god, and they run over, and then you can give them a cuddle, and they'll do that weird thing where they like roll onto their backs and tempt fate. And they're very cute, but always the friendly ones show up like when I have somewhere to be, so I can't just sit there and pet them, and it's very disappointing. Of course I feel obliged to say hello anyway, but I can't just, like, you know, sit down outside and be like, alright buddy, we're gonna spend the next 2 hours together. But it's fine, because I have my own doggy for that. She's been very nice in keeping me company, to be honest. Because she's just, like, kind of, I don't know, so used to my bullshit that she just doesn't mind hanging about with me while I'm ill and disgusting. She was just kind of sitting on my bed the last few days, like flopping her head on my feet, and it was very nice. In fact, she was here earlier. But I always kick her out when I'm streaming, because otherwise I would be having to like get up constantly, which isn't super ideal, because she's very needy. That's the only downside. She is very like, you will pay attention to me right this minute. I don't care what you're doing or how important it is. I take priority. And it's very endearing, but I like being able to concentrate sometimes. Like now, for instance. We're almost there. I didn't even notice, to be honest. I got so distracted in discussing animals. Yeah, look at that! Isn't that nice? That was so worth it. That was so worth it taking longer than usual. just to see it go. Okay, this time, you know, I'm gonna start from like the last colors, because there's like a bunch of these with only like 3 of them in. And I wanna get like a bunch of colors finished. Where's the 14s? Where are the 14s? Oh, there they are. And the 13s are over here. Like that. And then the 12s are in the middle. These are some interesting colors for an animal. The fuck is colored like this, huh? Wait, I'm trying to guess what they are before I finish them, but, like, all I'm thinking is, like, FNAF animatronic animals. Unless it's like, oh, wait, is it some kind of, like, sea slug, maybe? Or sea snail, because this looks like a shell. Maybe it's a sea snail. Oh, that'd be cool. I am also a big snail enjoyer. I kept some snailies during the first lockdown. And I still have their shells. I kept them as, like, I don't know, memory? I've forgotten the word. Sentimental objects, that's it. Sentimental. That's the word I was searching for in the deep, empty expanses of my brain. Sentimental. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, they were with me for a while. Their names were Honey and Maple, which I named them because Honey, her foot was like really yellow. Like, I don't know, most snails are kind of grayish brown, but Honey's foot was like the same sort of color as this, and it was really, really cool. They were both just regular garden snails. I feel like I need to clarify that. I haven't had any like, you know, like giant African land snails or anything. They were just some little dudes that I found in my garden and was like, "You're my friend now. You're gonna live inside with me for 2 whole years." You know, I've maybe I was just projecting, but it felt like we actually had a bit of a bond. Like, I'd give them little baths and make sure their shells were well looked after, and they'd always like come out and say hi to me, and it was very nice. I was fucking crushed when they died, honestly, because the thing with snails is, it's hard to explain. But you know, with most animals, like, they die and it's really fucking obvious because, you know, like if you have a hamster or something, it's so obvious when, you know, nature takes its toll, I guess. Because, you know, they'll just sort of lie down and then stay lying down. But because snails sleep, you know, like fully curled up in the shells, it's way harder to tell. And the only way you know is when you next go to pick them up and the shell is just empty. Like, it's really fucking weird. Because, you know, one minute you pick up the shell and it's full of a little dude, and then the next time you go to pick it up and it's just an empty hollow shell. Like, everything inside is just gone. So I hadn't noticed until it was time to, like, you know, take them out and be like, "Hi, good morning, here's your cucumber." And then I picked them up and I was like, oh no. That was sad. Yeah, so then I washed out the shells and cleaned them thoroughly, and they now live on my shelf, alongside like all of my other random assorted things that I collect, which I've been meaning to clear a space for, actually, now I'm thinking about it. Because I have a little collection of like monster cans upstairs. I know, a bit cringe, but shh, it's fine. Because I've been trying to, I want to try every flavor, at least out of the ones that are available in the UK. I know there's some like US only ones, and I have absolutely no plan to ever set foot in America, so those ones may be out of reach. But I wanted to try all the ones available here, and my memory is atrocious. As I've probably mentioned before, it is so bad. So I figured, like, you know, to keep track of which ones I'd had, I'd keep the cans afterwards, so that I would have, I could be like, "Oh, have I tried the green one?" Looks at collection. Yes, I have tried the green one. Rosenstein. Hi, mechanic. Hi. Welcome. I'm discussing my monster can collection, and the fact that I've been meaning to clear a space on my actual shelf to put it up, rather than just leaving them in a box upstairs. But I keep saying I'll do it, and then I don't do it. So, but that's kind of the epiphany of me, to be honest. Epiphany? Not epiphany. Epitome. English is hard. English is hard, man. Wait, where's the two? Oh, there they are. How many cans you got? Oh, probably close to like 15, if I had to guess. I mean, I used to just keep all of them, so I used to have probably like a couple, like 50. But then I made the executive decision to just keep like one of each color. So, oh, and I'm gonna be getting another one soon because Keck apparently found a color that I hadn't had before. So he got one for me, which was super nice. So I can add that to the collection. We got quite a few. I've got both the butterfly ones, which are my favorites. They're the ones, if I can find them, that's the one I always go for. Yeah, snail! Even though technically achievement, that's not fully accurate because this is no regular snail. This is a sea snail, and they are separate entities. I do like how it looks like he's got a little party hat on. That is very, very cute. As he has a little hat on. Oh, again, the number 7s. There's some. Oh, here they are. Looks like a unicorn horn. Yeah, it kind of does. Maybe he's a unicorn. Maybe he aspires to be a unicorn. And if so, good for him. I hope he accomplishes that dream. Yeah. Yeah, this is the point where the puzzles start actually becoming puzzles, which is good. It means it'll slow down my roll a little bit. Because I've gone through like 5 in half an hour, so. But that is the reason why I picked up 3 of the DLC packs, just in case. Just in case I absolutely speedran them. I don't know, I feel oddly productive, which is great, but it does mean I'm getting very bored because I'm like, oh, I could go do this game or this thing. And then, you know, it's a game I have, like, on console upstairs. And I'm like, fuck, no, I can't leave my room. Shit. I can't go do the thing. No. And then I get sad. But hopefully I will be all clear in a few days. And then I can go touch grass, which would be nice. I might actually go, like, physically touch grass. Not even just, like, I don't know, an analogy of going outside. I will physically put my hand down on the floor and be like, ah yes, nature. Ah yes, nature. Love a good bit of nature. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna do the outline next. That seems like a smart, big brain decision. I think this one is a dragon. Kiss down on knees and kisses the nature. Maybe won't go quite that far. I think that'll be how I make myself ill in a second time. But in spirit, that's what I'll do. Also, hi Evanel. Hi, welcome. Yeah, I don't think I fancy kissing nature. It's a little bit too far even for me. You know, I will gladly gently pet nature, but that's it. I'm really resisting the urge to make the joke. Maybe when I finish the puzzle. Oh. The music in this game kind of reminds me of House Flipper. It's like a very similar soundtrack. Oops. I forgot I hadn't finished that color, so it would yeah, I'm gonna try and finish all of the tools. So then I don't have to worry about interrupting the outline at any point, which would be good. Oh, it's another one there. How's everyone's day? Well, mine has just started, so I haven't. It hasn't really, because I woke up like an hour or so before I started, and I was like, wow, I feel bad, but not as bad as I did. So I'm getting there. I am recuperating, which is very nice. Where is the last? Where is the rest of the outline? Wait. Oh, there's some here. Wait, there's still 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there we go. But, I mean, to be honest, all of my days have been kind of identical for this week. I just got out from work. Oof. Time zones, I'm guessing, because it's, like, lunchtime for me. I mean, unless you just work weird hours, but... Time zones moment. Me too. Oh no, you're only an hour ahead. Oh, pog. So do you just work, like, mornings then? I'd guess? Where's the rest of the fight? Oh, there's one. I'm an early ending. Ah, pog. We love a good early ending shift. Well, to be honest, I kind of like ending later, but that's just because I'm weird and I like walking back when it's quiet. Oh my god, the dragon's pink. That's amazing. I love that. The dragon is pink, guys. It's pink. It's pink. Oh no, it looks cute. You big happies? Ooh, we love some good big happies. Big happies in chat. Big happies are pog. Hold on to the big happies. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Ah, no, this isn't the end of the threes. Some more there. And some more here. Oh, these are the little wings. That's what these are. I wasn't sure at first what the overall shape of this thing was, but they're little wings. Well, that is just wonderful. Oh, and his little scale tummy. That's so cute. Oh, and the feet. And the feet. Can't forget the feet. The feet are very important. There we go. There we go. Oh, 1 foot. There we go. And now I can kind of just... Because we're on the final colour, I can't colour over any other pixels, so we'll do the scribble method because it's fastest. The speedrun strat. I mean, to be fair, this is kind of how I solved a lot of the bigger puzzles. I filled out all of the less time-consuming colours first, and then just went and just scribbled over the whole picture until it filled in. Surprisingly effective. Oh, almost halfway. Nice. What is this one? This feels like it might be a monkey. I'm getting monkey vibes from this. I thought that was a Pokemon. It does kind of look like a Rasta, a little bit, like the curly tail. I kind of see it, but the colors say otherwise, given they aren't purple. That'd be a cool DLC pack. I doubt they could do it because copyright. But having like a Pokemon pack, that'd be adorable. But yeah, probably copyright means that will never exist, sadly. Oh well. A guy can dream. Maybe there'll be like other, I don't know, Pokemon coloring in games. There probably aren't. There has to be, right? There absolutely has to be somewhere. Oh, there's only a few of those. Which is your favorite Pokemon? Oh, no, wait, this is really difficult. I'd like to start this question by saying I never played the actual Pokemon games. I've never played them. Never ever. Well, except like a tiny bit of Heart Gold, where I had a Totodile and I named him Cum. Purely for the funny images that created of like, Cum seems a little bit shy. But I find it really hard to pick. I think it would have to be Score Bunny, because Rabbit, first and foremost, Rabbit, which gets immediate plus points, and also Fire types, my beloved. So probably Score Bunny, But I don't know, if Keck ever manages to successfully coax me into actually playing one of the games, like the original games on the DS or Game Boy or whatever they're on, then maybe that will change. But I think I uninstalled my Pokemon Go, but I have like a whole folder of Pokemons that I just named really stupid shit. Oh no, I still have it. We're good. Wait. I'm gonna crack it open on my phone while I'm doing this, and I will go through the list of ones that I have like favorited on there. Because again, that was my first like Pokemon game. I played that like the day it came out, and I mean, I haven't been able to do it as much recently because, you know, obvious medical reasons. Fun. Wanna be the very best. Doo-doo. I also never watched the Pokemon anime. So, you know, I don't know. I was not a Pokemon child. To be honest, I didn't do a lot of things, like watch a lot of the, you know, standard children's cartoons. Wait, no, it's not a monkey, it's like a hamster. Or is it a cat? It might be a cat. I can't tell from just the face coloring at the minute. But given the like, this, I think this might be a cat. You saw the full first season? That is very poggers. wait, there's a Froakie outside my house. Hold on, come here, buddy. Get in the Pokeball. I'm getting very distracted now, but Froakie, my beloved. I think my taste in Pokemon could be summed down to like the 3 questions of, is it cute? Does it have a stupid face? Or is it a fire type? That's like the 3 sort of, I don't know, judgments, right? Tags. Let's see, what's in my actual favorites? Okay, well, my dad lied to me once as a kid and said if you go into the forest, you'll find Pokemon. I mean, you know what? That's probably a good way to make you go on walks, right? Like, you know, convince you that you'll see one in real life. That's probably a really good idea, actually. Parenting 100. Yeah, the starter I picked on this was Charmander. He has 12 CP. He is absolutely useless, but I don't have the heart to like transfer him, so he's in here. Then I have a Whale Lord, who was, I think, the one I kept as a buddy for the longest. I don't know if either of you play Pokemon Go specifically, but like whichever Pokemon you have as a buddy, you walk with them, you get candies, you can evolve them. And Wailmer takes so fucking long. I had this guy as my buddy for like a whole year of walking before I managed to get him to evolve to Whale Lord, and honestly, that was poggers. Then I have... Oh yeah, I've named all of my Eevees really funny things as well. Let me read out. Oh no, wait, maybe I can't read out my Eevee names. Oh fuck, oh god. So the I can't read out my Vaporeon's name. But hey guys, did you know that in terms of, that's all I'm gonna say. That's the theme of its name. That we're not going any more than that. But then I have Sylveon, and I named Sylveon Transpride because, you know, it got them color schemes and all that. Oh no, I don't think I can read out most of the Pokemon I have in this list. Jesus Christ. Because I forgot that, like, a very good chunk of the Pokemon I have tagged with the funny names tag, I named these back in like the early months of the game release, when the name filters were far more lenient than they should have been. I like to name all my Pokemons what they look like. Yeah, I have a few of those. Most of which, I think if I changed the name and tried to change it back, it would now say, that's an inappropriate name. You can't call your Pokemon that, buddy. So, first of all, I'll read out the ones that I think I can safely read out. We have Beedrill, who is simply called "Ya Like Jazz." Yeah, you can see the 11-year-old humor in some of these. Then we have a Doug Trio, who is accurately named Glory Hole. Oh my god. We have an Abracadabra. Oh, sorry, an Alakazam called Spooky Spoons because it looks like he's holding spoons. I don't know if he actually is, but originally he was called Spooky Spoon. May I ask about the Glory Hole name? Absolutely not. I refuse to elaborate. However, if I do the appraisal thing, it says, "Hello, Toasty. I'm available to analyze your glory hole if you wish." And yeah, I think that's the only reason I named it that, because it made me laugh. It made me laugh because it was stupid. And then we have, oh yeah, I have like 3. I have matching mucks with Keck and one of our other friends. I have, I think, the Alolan muck. I think Keck has the shiny muck. And then there's the normal one. We named them all after the trio of socks. So, I don't remember if I have Alolan or shiny, but either way... Wait, let me see. I think it's just shiny. Yeah, I think I have the shiny. The one where it's like yellow, and I've called it P-Sock. We have P-Sock, we have Poop Sock, and then we have Cum Sock. Those are the 3 mucks that we all have. It's it's like a stupid inside joke, and I don't even know when it came about, but it did. You named them based on what you named them in Nuzlocke runs. I could never do a Nuzlocke run. I get Cum Sock. I choose you. Yeah, pretty much. There's a very big there's a theme. I just looked down and I saw the next 2. So so the next 2, we have a shiny Magikarp, which I'm gonna be trying to evolve, and then we have my regular Gyarados, and the Magikarp's called a Flaccid, and then the Gyarados is called a Rex. I told you, these names are stupid. That's why they're in the folder called Stupid Names. Because most of these names I came up with as a wee 11-year-old, and I was like, man, that is the height of comedy right there. But then, you know, I didn't want to change them because, well, they're still kind of funny, so... Then we have the Vaporeon, of which I'm not going to read the name out of. Maybe I will simply post a screenshot of him in the server later. But I refuse to elaborate on what I have named that poor thing. Then we have I don't even remember. Oh yeah, then we have the Slugma, and I named it Slugma Balls. Because come on, it was too perfect. It was too perfect. I couldn't not. Like, the original thing is called a Slugma. Also fire type, so, you know, Pog. Slugma Balls, yeah. And then we have a Gulpin's evolution. I forget what it's called. Swalot. Yeah, Swalot. And I just made another, you know, Swalotta CUM. Yeah, there's a theme, there's a dumb theme here. And then we have quite honestly, probably my favorite. But I also don't think I can read it out. But it's a Bibarel, Bidoof evolution. And I named it based on my first thought when I saw its face. So and that's all of my favorites that I feel I can safely share without being cancelled. I mean, not necessarily cancelled, but like Twitch probably wouldn't appreciate them. But these are true iconic names. They really are. They are like a staple of my Pokemon library now. Just the fact that they're all named incredibly cursedly. And I think there's probably more in there, or there were more. But, yeah. I wanted a Gyarados that I called Dick. Why did we both, like, subconsciously go, ah, yes, Gyarados, cock-related name. Yes, that's the thing. What is the association with them? Is it like a thing that everyone looks at Gyarados and goes, yes, pee-pee? or are we just odd? Like, I want to be able to play Pokemon Go again, but I think you kind of need like 2 hands free, you know, to walk and like catch the Pokemon, because you know you gotta hold the phone with one hand and then like throw the ball with the other. And most of the time when I'm outside, since it was long, and when it shoots Hyper Beam, oh right. Oh my god, yeah. It's a flawless naming system, really. Diglett called Dig Shit. That's fantastic. That is actually wonderful. I think one of the pieces of humor, and I cannot explain why it gets me so good, is when you name like an object in a game something really fucking stupid, and you know, like the dialogue substitutes in whatever you called it, like the classic old Minecraft kill feed, where it's like username killed you with pee-pee. Like, humor like that is the thing that absolutely sends me for some reason. And it's the reason I have so many, like, cursed... You ready for the Hyper Beam? Oh, mother of God. No, that's... No. Oh, no, that's so cringe. But really funny. God damn it. How did we get onto this discussion? What the fuck? Oh my goodness. A Hyper Beam, for fuck's sake. Oh, it is a cat. Yeah, okay, it was a cat. Man, we went through so many iterations of what the fuck is this animal. Went from monkey to a hamster, and then like, no, wait, it's a cat. It's a cat. It doesn't have a mouth. I don't think it can eat. Well, that's sad. Oh, yeah, the last row are relatively big. Hog. I'm ready for Hyper Beam, god damn it. You know what, if my voice doesn't sound too scuffed, and the partner said it's not very effective. Oh no. It's not very effective. Yeah, I wanna be able to play Pokemon Go again, but oh yeah, that's what I was saying. I haven't been able to play much because, see, if I want to catch something while I'm outside, I gotta sit down because, you know, I cannot walk unassisted, really. And you know, that means I don't have a spare hand to throw Pokeballs anymore, which is absolutely unpoggers. After doing, you'll have to recharge, and then they leave. Just like real life? Oh no. That's so unfortunate. I hope that's not like real life. That is very sad, if that is the case. A little bit funny, but very sad. Very sad. And unpoggers. Partner has fled the battle, Jesus Christ. I mean, if it's a battle, I don't know, that's kind of like, unsettling. I don't think it's supposed to be a battle. I don't think that's how it's supposed to go. I mean, I have to admit I don't really know, but I'm pretty sure it isn't supposed to be a battle. I don't know, unless you're into that, of course. I mean, you know, you do you, I guess, but last I checked, it probably shouldn't be. Now I'm really like wondering. Oh no, I'm not reading that. Oh no. Why does I swear every stream it starts off so like innocent, and then just somehow the conversation devolves into using Pokemon battle terms in the bedroom. Like, how did we get to this exactly? What happened to bring us to this point? I'm going outside the lines a lot on this one. Whoopsie. In fact, there are no lines currently. Maybe I should fix that. That might help. Now that I'm thinking about it, adding lines onto the picture is usually a helpful strategy. Seems difficult. Yeah, it's pretty typical, to be fair. It is pretty typical. Oh, oopsie. Okay, I'm gonna have to color over a couple things. There. Go. Fix that. It's fine. I didn't go outside the lines. Not once. Not at all. Not even a little bit. Perhaps not use a horn drill. Oh my god. No, definitely don't use that. Definitely do not use that. That is not a good plan. Also, don't use Fireball. Do not cast Fireball. Wait, that kind of vaguely reminds me of a really stupid thing that happened during one of my D&D campaigns I did many moons ago now. But I always played as a tiefling, and tieflings have fire resistance, not fire immunity. That is an important distinction that will become important again later. So, if I remember correctly, we're in some kind of, like, old castle-y dungeon. And this is also where I picked up my good friend Squishy. I've completely forgotten the title of it. Or, like, the species name, but it was like a little blood-sucking bat thing. And I kept him as a pet until he got, disintegrated, which was very, very unfortunate. R.I.P. Squishy. But before I'd found Squishy, we were fighting the waves of enemies. And, you know, as a tiefling rogue, I was getting up close and personal. You know, just sort of, you know, jamming the knife in there, just doing my best. And one of the people in our party was a magic user. I'm not going to pretend like I know which kind, whether it was a wizard, a warlock, or a sorcerer. It was one of them. And he happened to know the spell Fireball. And if you know anything about D&D, you know that Fireball has a pretty big fucking range. Like, this isn't, you know, like a little tiny spell you can just cast off and everything will be fine. No, anything within like a 15-meter radius will be fucking cooked. Now, again, as a tiefling, I have fire resistance, not immunity. I was fighting in close combat, and it gets to this guy's turn, and he just goes, "Can I cast Fireball on the horde of enemies?" And our DM goes, yes, if you want to, but Toasty is right in the middle of all of them. I hope you haven't forgotten that. And he goes, yeah, it'll be fine. And the DM goes, sort of eyes him suspiciously and goes, "Okay, you cast Fireball." And then all of a sudden, I see him just turn to me slowly and go, "Toasty, you are now on 1 HP. He was like, and that did 49 points of burning damage. I mean, it did kill off all of the enemies, but I was like, you twat, why would you do that? Why would you fireball me? Like, I know you aimed for the guy a few meters away, but you basically just launched a fucking nuclear bomb right under my nose just for funsies." And then I was out of combat for the rest of the time. It was not nice, but it was very funny. Because then, you know, as soon as he turned to me and goes, "Right, you've lost like 49 points of health, sucks to be you, buddy." the magic caster turns and goes, "Wait, I thought you were immune to fire damage." And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm resistant to it, which is how I'm still standing, and I've not been disintegrated into dust. But I am not, in fact, immune to it. That is not how that works. But it's okay, because I got my, when I found my little bat pet, Squishy, who was so aptly named, he's kind of like a little eldritch horror. He looked terrifying, but I don't know, he seemed like a squishy to me, so that's what I called him. I told him to go and slurp the magic user as revenge. So don't worry. There was payback. I also got a free healing spell from him as like an apology for almost disintegrating me. So that was kind of okay. And unfortunately, Squishy did not survive long enough to reach our next destination. Because Squishy feeds on blood. And while I was perfectly content to, you know, like, lose most of my health points at the end of every session, because, you know, in my head, I was like, well, it's fine. Because, you know, if he drains me down to, like, really low health, then I can just sleep, and then I will be healed. So, like, it's fine. It's a deal. We can negotiate. But one of our party members did not agree with that sentiment. And I remember distinctly, it was Keck. I'm just gonna name drop. It was Keck who did this. He killed my pet in cold blood. He said, can I hold Squishy? And I was like, yeah. Just, you know, be gentle with him. He only has, like, 10 health points. He's, you know, be nice. And then he just turns to our DM and goes, can I use electrocute? And I think his intention was simply to just, you know, like, just give him a little shock. But he completely underestimated the fact that Squishy had 10 health points. So the minute he casted electrocute, poor Squishy just fucking disintegrated. He was just absolutely destroyed in one fell swoop. And I think that is, like, the first and only time I actually physically fucking cried during a session, because I had known Squishy, and I actually drew a meme of this, and I might show it in a minute when I finish this puzzle, if I can find it, of, like, my character going, I've only known Squishy for 5.5 minutes, but if anything happened to him, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself. It was so, like, heartbreaking. Hold on, let me go find the, let me have a little look and see if I can find Squishy, the meme I drew for you. Because he was adorable, and I feel like everyone needs to witness Squishy. Here it is. This is my boy. This was my tea-filling. And this was Squishy. But yeah, it says at the bottom, I've only had Squishy for a day and a half, but if anything happened to him, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself. But look at him, isn't he cute? He's got, like, you know, his little proboscis. And his little eyes and his wing and his little rat tail. He's adorable. He's adorable. And this is my tiefling Kai. He is my main character that I play. You may see a similarity, funnily enough, between me and him. I have, like, you know, a theme. Yeah, that is Squishy. My beloved, my poor little man. Oh, I've had an idea. I might include a Squishy at some point in the future in a project that I may or may not be working on. Squishy will get his time to shine. He was so cute. I was so fucking sad when he just, like, exploded in front of me. And, you know, I was mad at Keck for, like, probably, like, a month after this session. Like, I held this against him for, like, a month. I was just, every time he made a joke. I was like, yeah, well, you disintegrated my fucking pet, you bitch. You murdered Squishy. He was just an innocent little guy, and you disintegrated him. Why would you do that? Yeah, perhaps he will return. He will return someday. Someday, he will. Man, we haven't managed to organize like a session for ages, because between like people being busy, people going to like uni, and then me just being stuck inside most of the time. Scheduling has been a bit of a nightmare, frankly. Also, the fact that I work weekends, so you know the usual time that we'd meet up would be like a Sunday afternoon, and obviously I can't do that anymore because I have a job, and unfortunately, jobs take priority. F for Squishy, absolutely. F for Squishy. Poor little guy, taken away far too soon. Wait, I didn't tell you how I found Squishy. Okay, so how I found Squishy. We were exploring this castle dungeon, and there was like a really big sort of old fireplace and a chimney. And our DM was like, "You hear some scrabbling from up in the chimney," and immediately my brain went, "Scrabbling in a chimney, friend?" So I was like, "Can I look up the chimney and use, you know, like with my dark vision? Can I see anything?" And he goes, "You can fucking try, mate." So I did. I tried, and I apparently saw like a little creature, and we proceeded to be there under this chimney trying to coax down the little creature for like a good 10 minutes. And eventually we did indeed get Squishy down. We did indeed get him down from the chimney, and he immediately latched onto me, but I was like doing my research on the, you know, like the creature information pages, and I was like, wait, this creature can be tamed. Interesting. And this was the point where everyone in our party was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake, Toasty, cease trying to befriend every little blood-sucking creature you stumble across. They are not friendly." And I'm like, "Yes, they are. They are if I say so." And I did say so. So I willingly let Squishy feed off me, and then, you know, we became best friends. And he rode around on my shoulder for the rest of the dungeon, and it was very nice. Oh, I did actually murder Kek's character. Like, after he disintegrated him. He had to make a new character, because as soon as he disintegrated him, I just remember I deadpanned to the DM and said, "Can I use my poison blade to stab Kek in the face?" And he goes, "Alright, sure, roll for damage," or like, roll to hit, and I hit a natural 20. The rage from my pet being taken from me. Rolled a natural 20, which means, like, basically immediate one-shot kill. Which was not the intention. I simply intended to wound him. But, you know what, I'll take it. In the face. I think in the end I was like, okay, well, if I'm gonna one-shot kill him, I stab him, and then he gets inflicted with poison damage, and then he convulses on the floor and fucking dies. And, you know, I knocked him unconscious with said stab, and then, you know, he failed all his death saves. So he actually died. But then someone in our party was a cleric, and he was like, "Okay, well, we kind of need that party member back, so respectfully, I'm gonna use this kind of temperamental spell to revive him." I think before he was either a gnome or a dwarf. I think he was probably a dwarf. Yeah, I think he was a dwarf. And I'd like to note, the previous session before this, we murdered a king, just, like, for no reason at all. There was no need to do it, we just did it for funsies. But yeah, so he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna use this experimental magic to revive you. However, it may have some interesting side effects." Said interesting side effects are the fact that from being a dwarf, he came back revived as an orc. So he went from being like 3'2" to 7 foot tall. And that's what he was for the rest of that campaign. He didn't die again because he did not murder any more of my animals, which was nice. But yeah, so don't come between me and my squishy, I think is the moral of the story, because the heavens cooperated and were like, you want revenge? Okay, here, have an instant kill button. And I was like, cool, thank you. If I have like, it's kind of an inside joke from these sessions that I only roll good when it doesn't fucking matter. Like, when my life is at stake, I will just absolutely fumble the bag. I will drop my knife, I will fall on my face, like, everything will go wrong. But when we're doing something ridiculous, you know, like stabbing your friend for disintegrating your tiny vampiric creature, that's when I become an absolute Giga Chad and just, you know, absolutely destroy everything. And how and why that works, we still don't know. But, you know, when it doesn't matter, I'm very, very good at that game. When it doesn't matter is the key word. I did once jump off a cliff. I had a ring of jumping, and the rings of jumping are funny. I become a Terminator, I really do. I really do, yeah. Rings of jumping are hilarious because there's a whole, like, jump calculator using, you know, your movement tiles, your height, and your weight to determine how far you can go. And we were, like, needing to get off a cliff to, I think, was a lighthouse. And I was like, okay, well, I have this jump ring. So, logically, I can jump off here and I can land in the water. So I can just go straight there without having to climb, and it'll be absolutely perfect. And I'm sure you can guess where this one's going. So I didn't quite roll good enough. I think I rolled like a 6. So what actually happened was, wait, I need to cough, hold on. Right, so what actually happened is, I incredibly coolly, like, jumped off the cliff. I soar through the air, and then I don't quite hit the water. Well, I land in the water, but I land in the shallow water right by the shore, face first, and immediately break my neck and died. So I jump off this cliff, break my neck, and then I'm just unconscious on the floor. And my party members had to fish me out of the water. I tried. I tried to be cool, and it massively backfired, but at least it was funny. At least it makes for a funny story. But yeah, that time I jumped off a cliff and then face planted into the water and immediately died. Because, funnily enough, tieflings are not built to faceplant and break necks and survive it. But hey-ho! I have won, but at what cost? Yeah, at the cost of, having to have a little nap and recover. Yeah, I didn't do that again. That was, like, right, I've learned my lesson. Not gonna jump off a cliff. Maybe jumping off cliffs is a bad survival strategy. Funnily enough, you know, who would have guessed that jumping off cliffs equals dying more often than not? Not me, clearly. You know, like, what an absolute shock. Yeah, so I did not jump off a cliff again. It was just that one time. And I kind of didn't anticipate it to work, to be fair. But yeah, it happens. It happens. You know, sometimes it just doesn't quite work out. And that's okay, as long as you get a funny story out of it, right? That is honestly, like, my philosophy with everything in life. Is, you know what? Even if you try it and you fail miserably, at least you'll have a funny story. Which is good. I mean, it means I do a lot of dumb things, arguably. But again, they're funny to recite later, so it's fine. It's fine. I mean, you know, you only live once. You gotta do some dumb things sometimes. There's no avoiding it forever. I just simply choose to avoid it less than most people, and less than I probably should. My doctors hate me. But yee. Maybe I should try and organize a session again. Because we never actually ended up finishing that campaign, which was very sad. Because things came up, like, when we were halfway through it. And we'd done other sessions in the meantime, you know, like short Christmas one-shots and things like that. I have some great stories from that one, actually, now I'm thinking about it. So our Christmas one-shot theme was that we were all elves in Santa's workshop, and he'd mysteriously disappeared. And our goal was to, you know, find where the fuck Santa's gone. Yeah, this is story time. This is just story time. I'm just gonna ramble for the next 2 hours about my silly D&D shenanigans. Because I'm suddenly remembering all of them, and they're making me giggle. So we had to find, you know, where Santa's gone. So of course, you know, we ask around in the workshop. We're like, hey, any of you other elves, you know, you seen Santa? You know where he's gone? And they're like, no, we don't know. Last we checked, he was, you know, in his office. I really want to get back to D&D. Yeah, I miss it. It was some fun times. But so we go check his office. Funnily enough, yep, no, he's not there. He is not there. So we go into town. We go to his favorite bar, and we're like, hey, have you seen Santa? And he's like, I did earlier. You know, he was there having a pint, as he usually does, because Santa and alcoholism, you know, that wonderful correlation. And we just went on this massive, like, adventure. One of us was Rudolph, and he couldn't fly properly, so we ended up trying to pilot a sleigh into a cave, and then we crashed it into the roof, blocking off the entrance and trapping us inside with the big evil bad guy. And somehow or other, we ended up in some ocean dimension, and I asked if I could fuck the Kraken. That is an actual quote that I have saved. We had a channel specifically for stupid quotes from these sessions, and there is one in there from me that just says, can I roll to fuck the Kraken? The answer was no, funnily enough. You know, like, I don't know if you know the size comparison between, like, your average medium creature and a Kraken. But yeah, apparently the size difference made it incompatible, which was very unfortunate for me. So I did not, in fact, get to fuck the Kraken. I did, however, get to befriend it, so, you know, you win some, you lose some, I guess. There are a lot of iconic quotes from all of us, really. A lot of the most deranged ones are from me. Because our party kind of had the distinction of, if you don't ask, you don't know. So we asked our DM some very interesting questions. Usually involving nefarious sexual acts with obscure parties that I don't think I should go into more depth than that. But they sure were something. It sounds legendary. Look, I have a very untethered thought process. If something enters my head, I will say it. Like, it's one of the things my friends say is really fucking funny about me when we go out places. I have absolutely zero filter, which is mostly because I'm autistic. So my perception of, like, social boundaries is entirely learned in the last 2 years. And the only reason I forced myself to learn was because I was like, man, I kind of don't like making people uncomfortable. I should learn how not to do that. But yeah, we have some very funny quotes from me just saying the first thing that came to mind and not really thinking about it before it left my mouth. Your sessions at least didn't have murder hobos. Oh, they did. Oh, they did. That was me and Keck. We were the murder hobos. You know, I have manually tried to apply a filter to myself because, you know, so sometimes it's very much necessary, especially when you're hanging out with people who are not accustomed to that. Yeah, we have some very unhinged quotes in that channel, and I'd get it up to have a look, but I dare not because, oh god, some of the things in there. I look back on and I'm like, why though? Because the whole point of the channel is it's just the quote. It's called No Context D&D. I have this friend that says what he wants no matter what. Yeah, see, it's endearing at times, but then at others, it's kind of not good. So, you know, I have been trying my best to ease up on the old instinctive speech. And you know, it's been going pretty well so far. I haven't said a completely deranged, obscure thing in probably like a week, which is a new record. So I'm pretty happy with that one. I'm pretty happy with that. Or maybe it's been more than a week. Imagine playing Uno with you. Oh gosh. Oh dear god. That is where the unfiltered rage comes out. And the bizarre and wonderful insults that come to mind. Most notable of which being to do with vegetables and whatever state they would be most unappealing in. So, like, you know, soggy lettuce. The soggy lettuce is a go-to, honestly. It's a very highly would recommend usage. It's very lethargic. 10 out of 10. Also, sometimes I just say words that completely do not have the meaning that I'm putting behind them. And Keck points this out, like, a lot. That, like, I will just use a word, and then he'll be like, I don't think that means what you intended it to mean. Like, I think you used the wrong word there, buddy. And I'm like, wait, I did? Did I? Is that, like, the wrong descriptor? And he's like, yes. Yes, it is. But hey-ho, that is the joys of my strange brain composition. Again, at least it makes for some funny stories. But oh my god, yeah, my lack of filter as a child was definitely a problem. And my family did not appreciate it. Like, I remember my first childminder, like, quite literally told my mum that she would have to find a new childminder because she could not deal with me. Like, I was too chaotic. She just couldn't. And honestly, in hindsight, I don't blame her. But, you know, at the time, I was sort of like 10, 11. And I had not yet developed what they would call a filter. Which I still am working on. So, you know, that's how well that one's going. I was too toxic as a kid. Weren't we all? Really? I think we all were. I mean, I have this, like, vaguely funny... I don't know if it really counts as funny, but more so, like, ironic. But there was like, a point, in my, like, early teens where I was, like, aggressively transphobic. Which is really ironic, you know, given that I am myself trans. But it came from just, like, having never really interacted with the community at all. And I like to think I was very sort of like open-minded until I'd actually spoken to them. And then it was just an unfortunate series of events where the first 3 or 4 trans people I ever met and spoke to were just complete fucking assholes. Like, absolute dickheads. And, you know, as a youngling, I was like, wow, this is an impression I'm getting from these people. They kind of suck. Wait, you once pushed your dad hard because you were bored and he hit his head into the door? Oh my god. That is just a bit mean. That is just a little bit mean. That is. Oh my goodness. You know, in hindsight, said people I met were just assholes. It had no, like... It was coincidence, not correlation, that they all happened to be trans. But, you know, that was, like, my first sort of introduction to people in the community, and I was like, wow, these people fucking suck. So... And then a few years of realization left. I had a blessed childhood, didn't even know they existed till the internet. Yeah, same. Same. My family... They aren't, like, closed-minded necessarily, but they very much weren't expecting me, if that makes sense. Like, you know, when they had me as a wee little baby, they were like, ah, yes, this will be a completely healthy, cisgender heterosexual child. And then I grew up and went, no. I'm going to be none of those things, in fact. Made his first trans friend when he was 20? That's pog. That is very pog. I love hearing about, like older generations, like, meeting things. In fact, wait, that reminds me. I asked my dad if he'd, like, go to the local pride with me whenever it was on. I think it was last year I'd, like, mentioned it. I might ask again this year. Because, I didn't want to go by myself. Mainly, I mean, at the time I was also under 18, so that's another reason. But I just don't like being in the big city alone. It makes me very anxious. And he just turned to me and he was, like, so serious about this, I couldn't help but laugh. He was like, okay, but, like, well, will I be allowed in, you know? Because I'm like, you know, I'm a straight, I'm not gay. And I was like, yes, you're allowed in. There isn't some, like, barring where they'll be like, do you like penis? If not, you're not allowed into the march. You're simply not allowed to enjoy Pride with the rest of us. Fuck you. But I think that's what he thought. He thought that, you know, because it didn't apply to him directly, he just wouldn't be allowed to go. And I'm like, no, that's not how it works at all. And I had to explain to him, no, straight people are very much welcome. You know, you're allowed to accompany me. That's a thing you're allowed to do. Yeah, maybe I might try and go this year. I would really like to. I don't know how realistic that goal is. Again, with, you know, medical issues and things like that. But I'm going to see if it's possible. Because I've never been, and I would really like to go, because I think it would be a fun experience. What the fuck did I join into? You know what? You didn't join at the weirdest conversation. We were conversing about using Pokemon terms in the bedroom earlier, so... you know, you've joined in at the point where I was explaining to my dad that no, straight people are not, like, executed if they attend a pride parade. Which he seemed to believe was the case when I asked if he would take me one year. that is all. I don't know, it was kind of, like, endearing that he was like, completely okay with taking me. He was just worried about whether they would want him there. And I'm like, oh. You know, that's weirdly sweet. Yeah, we didn't end up going for one reason or another. I think I was actually, like, away or on holiday, which sucked. Bless, yeah. He has his moments where he's just I don't want to say boomer moment because, you know, the boomer moments have a connotation to them. But, like, completely oblivious middle-aged moment. Story time. Oh, I love story times. Story time. So, my dad went to this basement party with my mom, and when they entered the basement party, my mom introduced this trans person, and my dad was like, oh, okay. And my dad shook the person's hand and said, it would be nice being your friend. That's so sweet. What the fuck? I didn't sign up to have my heartstrings pulled today. That's very wholesome. Aw. I love that. I love that. That is wonderful. Common Dad W. And mine were very confused when I came out to them at first. They were like, huh? What do you mean? What? What is this? And then they did, like, I think a little bit of weird research. And my mother is very... I'm like 99% sure at least my mother is also autistic and just, you know, never got diagnosed because generational differences. Wait, you went to Pride in Birmingham, Pog! Yeah, I wanna go. I wanna go. I think it would be cool. Yeah, my dad always told me always be open, you'll meet wonderful friends. That is true. That is very good advice. Very good dad advice. I mean, my parents are no absolute saints when it comes to inclusivity. Yeah, I'm like 100% my mother is also autistic. Because she has the exact same thing I do with the, like, there is no intuitive, like, understanding of social boundaries, you know? Like the thing that I had to teach myself. So she would ask a very, like, open questions, shall we say, about, like, the process of transitioning, of which was, at first it was perhaps a little bit uncomfortable, because, you know, it was things like, what effect does testosterone have? And I'm like, I don't know how much detail you want me to go into, because that might be a bit weird. And she was like, no, I'm interested, I want to know. And that led to some funny conversations, shall we say. But it was quite amusing. Never came out. I mean, there's no real need to, I guess. To be honest, I mainly only came out because it directly affected how, like, they refer to me. I didn't really plan on it otherwise. Like, I never told them I was queer. Which, ironically, I first of all came out as a lesbian when I was, like, 12. And my logic for this, I find really entertaining in hindsight. My entire logic, because bearing in mind, I am, as of current, a gay man. So, you know, kind of the stark opposite. I think if you do, they'd be like, we know. Yeah. There's no way they don't know. Come on, man. There's absolutely no way they're that oblivious, surely. Yeah, I first came out to my parents as a lesbian by bringing my girlfriend home. Like, I didn't say a word. I just... My mum was like, oh, who's this friend you brought home? And I was like, this is my girlfriend. And they just refused to elaborate. That's it. That's all I said. And they were like, oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. Alright. But yeah, my first logic, right, as to why I was so adamantly convinced, despite technically speaking having absolutely zero attraction to women, my logic was, well, I can't imagine myself being in a straight relationship, so being with a man. So I was like, well, by that power of deduction, surely I must be a lesbian. Incorrect. In fact, I was just trans, which means, you know, being in a relationship with a man would be gay. But of course, that thought didn't cross my mind until, like, 2 years later. In fact, I didn't even know that was an option until 2 years later. So I just went, okay, well, I'm definitely not straight, so therefore, next possible option, lesbian. I can't relate, I'm cis hetero. Hey man, you don't gotta relate, but I don't know. it was a funny time, because then, you know, 2 years later, when I had the trans realization, suddenly it clicked as to why I, you know, instinctually felt attracted to men, but then could not picture myself being in a relationship with them. And it's because I was picturing it as man-woman relationship, which was just, like, not what it was. And, you know, it all made sense eventually. But yeah, I just love my logic of, well, I'm not straight, so by definition, there we go, I must be a lesbian, right? Right? 100%. Like, that's, yeah. Yeah, that's what we'll settle on. It's some unique brainwaves. But, you know, my mum's been very supportive in my transition, if all maybe a little bit too eager at times. Like, especially with the curiosity as to like where I was up to with the trans timeline. Neither of my parents really know how to approach trans people. Like people. That's generally the the best way. I don't know, like you would anyone else, really. There's not like a lot of difference, at least in my eyes. Like, I don't know. At least to the friends, the like one singular friend I still keep in contact with that I knew prior to coming out. Like, I'm the same person. I'm just cooler now. I'm just cooler and more swag. But that's pretty much all that changed. Was just, hey, I'm a boy now. All right, that's it. Like, end of differences. Oh, your sister's best friend. That's so nice. Your dad, on the other hand, another wholesome dad story. Let's go. When my dad was 18, he went to this fancy party once again with my mum, and since mum was unsure, she told my dad, just so you know, my friend Mark, he likes guys, and my dad went, oh, he'll be a good friend either way. That's so wholesome. Giga Chad moment, honestly. That is so very sweet. So, Nia, hypothetically, would your dad disintegrate me like my poor D&D pet squishy? Because if so, that's kind of funny. Like, in a very morbid way, but it was kind of funny. It's a little bit amusing. Oh, wait. Which one's the least number? Number 7. Yeah. I like hearing stories about. I said this a minute ago, but I really like hearing stories about like parents being super open and accepting, because oh boy, it was a journey with mine. I mean, you know, they're very, very good about it now. Obviously they still slip up sometimes. Like earlier this morning, my dad came in and called me COVID girl, and I was like, and I just deadpan stared at him and went, boy. And he went, oh shit, yeah, sorry. Like, you know, they slip up, but they're trying their best, and it's the effort that counts. At least I think so. My parents are very stuck to the ground. When I told my mum that one of my friends is gay, she responded with, really? How could it be this stupid? Yikes. Yikes. Hour-long lecture. Ugh. Yeah, you gotta love that hour-long homophobic rant. That's like a staple of the bingo card, isn't it? Yikes, I'm so sorry. That's not poggers. Hopefully they can learn to be more accepting at some point. That is unpoggers behavior right there. I will. So yeah, some people are just kind of stuck in their ways. I don't like using the "it was a different time" thing, because, you know, no matter a weird situation. Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, no, Nia, my dad's the exact same. Like, doesn't actively try to be offensive, but kind of does it accidentally sometimes. Wait, oh, you forgot about the story. So my dad joked with Mark and said, "May I kiss your hand?" They both laughed. Mark Chad moment. I hope Mark is doing fantastic to this day. I hope he has a wonderful boyfriend or husband and is living his best life. That's really cute. Aww. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna mute. I need to sneeze. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. My dad talks with him on Facebook sometimes. Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. They kept in touch. Aw. I mean, I'm guessing this was like a good 20 plus years ago now. I'd guess, based on like average dad ages and things, like at minimum like 20 years. Oh, your dad works for the Conservatives. Ruh-roh. Oh dear. I don't know. Mine are... They're doing their best. They get a gold star for effort. Even if sometimes they completely goof it up. But that's okay. Like, my dad had only met my sister's friend when she transitioned, but was still referred to... Oh, ew, grim. Ugh. That is very not Chad behavior. Even when corrected would double down. Bruh. Bruh. Cringe moment. Absolute cringe moment. I mean, I know my dad was very, not necessarily opposed to the idea, but he insists he supports them. Press X to doubt. Don't worry, if your dad called me a woman, I would deck him. And you've seen my gains, you know I could. You know, I am built like a miniature brick shithouse. I may be 4'11", but I am 4'11" of pure spite and muscle, and I will beat your ass. My dad building Mr. Blobby. Oh, easy clap. I'll just, you know, I'll knock him out, the big tosser. It's personal between me and you, and I'm gonna do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot. That's now one of my favorite quotes that Keck introduced me to. He's a big boxing nerd, so usually his like Discord statuses are some like really weird quote from one of the fighters he likes. And one time it just said, "It's personal between me and you, and I'm gonna do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot." And I just found it so funny without any context. I mean, I now do have the context, and it's arguably funnier with, but it just became like a thing that we just recite back to each other constantly. A big stiff idiot. If I remember correctly, I've completely forgotten who said it. I've completely forgotten the name. Yeah, I've completely forgotten the name. It is gone. Wait, whoa! He was on the Swedish show called Efterlyst. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Which is a police talk show, and he was on the show to talk about Grindr. Okay. Good for you, Mark. Good for you. You do that, buddy. I mean, that's pretty cool. He's very bad at reading rooms. Honestly, yeah, that... But then again, so am I. I am atrocious at reading the room. It's a skill I'm still working on very much. Like, I don't know, I very much default, like, whenever something's awkward, I default to making a joke out of it. Because that's just, you know, that's what makes me feel less awkward. But funnily enough, most people, don't like that as much. Particularly when it's like a deep emotional topic and I'm like, well, not based. not pog. You know, bit cringe. But like, I don't know, that's just how I show, like, I don't know, sympathy. I'm bad at that. But most of my close friends know that I don't mean to sound really insensitive, and like I don't care. It's just how it comes out. You're joking about stuff coping mechanism. It's a thing. It's a thing. I've been trying to do less because as I sort of branch out, you know, into like jobs and things, I especially with the public like I am now, I don't have enough time to debrief them for our 5-minute interaction that, hey, sometimes I say things that come off really insensitive. That's not how I mean it. I'm very sorry. So I've had to like force myself to not do that. Like, oh god, this is like really awkward. But one time this like older fellow came into the shop where I was working. It was a Sunday morning. We just opened. It was like 10:10, and he comes in, and I'm like, "Hey, good morning. How are you?" And he's like, I'm not doing so good." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You know, like, what's going on?" And he just deadpan turns to me and goes, "I've just been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer." And I'm like, "Oh, shit, that's not good." And I just didn't know what to say, because what the fuck do you say in that situation? Like, I'm sorry? I'm sorry to hear that, that's awful. But the first word that came into my head that I was going to instinctually say was, wow, that's not pog. But you know, that sounds really fucking insensitive. And I was just completely speechless because I did not know what to say to him. And I felt really bad, but also it was like 10 a.m. on a Sunday morning. I'd barely woken up, and I was so not ready for that deep emotional discussion. I was so not ready. Are your brother and sister the only family members who know? Yeah. That's not pog. Yeah. That is... Saying pog and unpog is pretty much the extent of my emotional vocabulary. Like, there's not much deeper than, wow, not pog. But, words having emotional weight is a concept that doesn't compute. So, But I will. Yeah, I think all of my family members know I've come out to all of them. Well, all of them that we keep in contact with anyway. And it's cool because one of my cousins is also non-binary. So they help, like, you know. My mother told me what was for dinner, and I responded instinctively with based. Yep, that. And then said parent just sort of looks at you and is like, what the fuck does that mean? What do you mean based, huh? What are you talking about? I have, like, very much tried not to use any, like, Twitch slang with my family. Because I know he's trying his best, but my dad has this habit of, like, trying to copy, you know, the slang I use and use it in conversation. And it causes me, like, 10 points of psychic damage every time I hear him go, wow, that's pog. Because, you know, he sounds so awkward saying it. I mean, it just causes psychic damage. I'm like, never do that again. Like, I remember a friend I had in secondary school, their dad was very into dabbing when it was a thing. And it caused them a lot of psychic damage. Like, anytime they were telling a story about something cool, he would dab and go, wow, cool. Which is really funny, but I can imagine the cringe. But at least he was trying, right? Oh no, if you become large enough, someone in my family will accidentally dox you. Eee. Eee. Yeah, my mom almost did that a few years ago. Not with being a VTuber, but when I posted my art online, and she had this really annoying habit of, she would like, you know, repost it on like her Facebook page and be like, hey, real names drawn this thing, and I'm like, mother please, don't do that. Like, I know the chances of any of your Facebook friends, you know, reverse image searching that are slim, but I would still prefer if my real name and like specific address are not in any way linked to my public social media accounts. Yeah, delete tweets while they say real name. Oh, make sure you get them to clear your Steam page if that's also a thing. Because yeah, I remember there was someone comments on there addressing you by not VTuber name. Which is actually how I originally found out, but I remember I just didn't say anything because I was like, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. I did the age-old trans strategy of I pretend I do not see it. And then I actually forgot. Yeah, I found out afterwards properly, but yeah. But, you know, I saw it and then just was like, I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that, and then just willed it out of my memories. Your name is Sebastian? Hello, Sebastian. You have the same name as my favorite Stardew Valley character. That is cool. I don't know, for some reason... Wait, this is gonna sound really, really odd, I think. I was expecting you to have some kind of, like... I don't know, very Swedish name? If that makes sense? I don't know, like, fucking Sven? I don't know why it never occurred to me that, yep, in fact, Swedish people just have normal names. Didn't you were right about Swedish name. Yeah! I don't know, it's like I always assume, like, every English person I meet will be just called, like, Samuel or something. Like, a typical British, three-letter name. Because, yeah, we couldn't afford more letters than that, apparently. For most of our baby names. My name is boring. It's not boring. It's not boring, it's memeable, and that's the most important factor. It is memeable. The memeability is the essence of a name, in my opinion. Whichever way you can add letters or remove letters to make it sound stupid, that is my favorite thing. Like, I have so many nicknames for all of my friends where I just add on, like you know, with sad and sag, like just adding on syllables that is slightly distort the word. 10 out of 10. Love doing that. It's very fun. I mean, it helps that mother issues when I'm streaming, my mother yells it. Oh no. Yeah, I've strictly instructed them that, hey, when I am doing the thing. Luckily your mic doesn't pick it up. Yeah, that's good. Ugh. Yeah, I have a sign I put on my door that literally in bold capitals just says, I am streaming. Do not use my real name, please. And I've asked them, like, if you need me, like, send me a text instead. Can you get a nickname? Ah, I would have to think about it. I will have to think about that one. I will get back to you. Do not worry. I will get back to you on nicknameage. I will thunk on it, and I'll probably just like ping you in the server and with a horrible fuck up of your name in a bit. I gotta let it cook for a bit. Let it simmer, you know. Get the absolute best combination. You ready? Mother usually does that. Yeah. Yeah, because you usually don't hear... Well, headphones are a thing, you know? I mean, especially with mine, I have vague noise cancelling on. Not a lot, but, you know, just enough. And generally I don't hear whenever I'm called for downstairs either. I do sometimes, but that is rare. And oh, we're finally getting to the last few colours. That is exciting. Why is this cat, like, purple? I don't know why it's only just occurred to me that this is a cat, and it is bright fucking purple. Short, yeah. Yeah, they do a shortening. My dad's nickname for me is very crude. Obviously I cannot share it because it would be giving away more than I'm comfortable with. But it's mildly insulting. He's just compared it to, like, you know, the nearest possible rude word. Lean cat? Oh, for fuck's sake. It is not a lean cat. In fact, he's very chunky, so he is not lean at all. I'm sorry, that was terrible. I think I can guess. Yeah, I think you can guess which word he was like, hey, this is a word that sounds similar. Yeah, that's how he refers to me. And honestly, it's kind of not incorrect. Sometimes he adds on the extended length of the word. And that is reserved when I have been a little shit. So, it's well deserved, I would say. But it is moderately entertaining, nevertheless. And in fact, it's the first thing he brought up when I changed my name legally, because he was like, hey, that kind of sounds like bleep. And I'm like, why would you say that? Like, why is that the first thing that comes to your mind? Why? But hey ho. Your family don't actually call you that? Huh. Oh, weird champ. Tats can be weird. Sometimes, all the time. All the time. There is never a not weird moment. At least in our house. He's at work right now. Usually he'd be able to hear me talking shit because his office is, like, literally directly below my desk. Like, the way the room layouts line up. It's, like, directly underneath. So if you listened really closely, if he was at home working, you would absolutely be able to hear me talking shit. So, you know, it's very similar. Yeah, do not share. Do not share. It is okay not to share. Man, I've made this really awkward to color in the last few. I'm pleasantly surprised with the progress, though. I mean, I was, you know, like, fully expecting this to take far longer to get through these pet ones. Yeah, no, it's going okay. Oh, okay. If I finish off the 7s, there we go. Now I can just. My parents' bedroom's right next to my. Yeah, they can hear. They just choose not to. They just pretend like they don't. Oh, there we go. Oh, he's called Tough Cat. Okay, that's his name. His name is Tough Cat, apparently, according to the achievement. Hey, look at. He's kind of funky. He's kind of funky. He looks like a fighting game sprite. Yeah, look at this. We've made so much progress today. I only have a few more. Oh, a butterfly! Man, I love butterflies. Butterflies, pog. Butterflies, pog. Right? Oh, wow, there's 800 in this color. Wow, that's a lot. That is a lot. And yeah, I can already kind of feel my voice going, so I'm probably not going to be on much longer. I don't know, I'll see if I can finish off this collection. Because I think that would be a good, like, I don't know, checkpoint, really. Probably. It feels like it would be a good checkpoint. The streams would be much louder. Yeah. I've been meaning to invest in some soundproofing. Not necessarily for me, but for my neighbors. Because my parents are very actually supportive of my streaming thing. Because they were like, well, you know, it clearly makes you happy, and it's helping your lacking social skills. Whispering in ASMR voice? Oh, Christ. Oh yeah, Neapolitan ASMR. When are we getting that? When are we getting that? Huh? When are we gonna get ice cream essentially discuss the best flavors of Magnums? I'd rather melt. Very fair. Very fair. Oh, I don't think I could either. I would be in too much cringe. Simply too much cringe. Funny April Fool's stream though. You just like you name it an ASMR stream, but then you just like make incredibly loud noises. Like very loud and not enjoyable sounds whatsoever. If I did, I'd purposely make it the most uncomfortable. Yeah, absolutely. You know, again, harness the memes, right? Harness the memes. Oh, wait, that's a row of sevens. Whoopsie. It was not a 1 still. And this is why I changed the font, because I definitely would not have been able to tell the difference with the regular pixel font. I'm cringe in a human body. Aren't we all? I'm cringe in a 2D form. You know, oh, you know that like meme of the goat? The I'm cringe, but I am free. That is myself. That is me. Maybe I should do a redraw of that at some point. I just really don't give a shit. Yeah, fair enough. I was vaguely surprised by how supportive they were. It's not a job, so they don't care. Or for mine, it's the opposite, actually. When I first brought it up, I was like, hey, this is a thing I'm going to try to do, because I think it would be a fun hobby. They were like, okay. And then I guess my mum went away and did some research, and she was like, hey, can you earn money through this? And I was like, I mean, some people do. That's not the plan, but, like, some people do. And then all of a sudden, her tune changed, and she was suddenly very, very supportive of me. You know, like, who knows what the connection there is? No, not a clue. I think my dad would like it. Yeah, don't even know if he knows. Huh. That is some very good secret-keeping ability you have then, clearly. Where are the ones? Where are the last... Oh, here. Wait. Before... Oh, there. There. Ah, now they're popping up. Okay, cool. Yeah, there we go. One's finished. Oh, maybe I should put these colors in. What's the... I was gonna go color by color, but, yep, after the first color I've decided, nope, I am just going to do it random. Well, he liked when I used to do a lot of YouTube. Oh, that's nice. You gotta make more YouTube videos. You gotta combine all the dumb cursed clips that I get. I intentionally try and clip the most unhinged moments. Because, I know they would be funny out of context. There we go. He's a big YouTube watcher himself. Oh, nice! Yeah, my family is ironically very bad with technology. Well, my mother is a Facebook Reels enjoyer, which is emotionally painful for me because I will hear, like, you know, a TikTok audio that I've heard from Kek, and I'll be like, are you on TikTok? And she's like, no, I'm on Facebook Reels. And then said audio is overlaid over, like, a cleaning products demonstration, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is dreadful. Why do you find this entertaining? I don't understand. But yeah, I guess whatever floats her boat. But yeah, I often say this. It's really ironic because my dad works in IT, but this man cannot navigate the homepage of Amazon.com. Or any website for that matter. He can write the websites, he can fucking code them from scratch. But there's not a fucking chance in hell that he's gonna be able to navigate them afterwards. Two guys talk about their goo for 4 hours. Oh, for fuck's sake, no. Oh, no. Portal 2 was perfect. Portal 2 was very good. It was very good. I had a lot of fun. But, oh dear. I mean, Keck did question me, because I was like, yeah, no, my DMs list is like 3 people at the minute, and I sent him a screenshot, and he's like, who the fuck is Goo Master? And I had to explain, oh, that's the inside joke that formed from the Portal 2 collab. That I changed Nia's name on my Discord to Goo Master. And he was like, what the fuck? Why? That's so weird. But after the explanation, and I like pulled up the clip where I brought it up, and you were like, I fucking hate that. Never say that again. And I was like, okay. Proceeds to say it like another 10 times. I have no intention of ever changing that, by the way. Unless a funnier joke comes up, that's just what it's gonna be forever. But yeah, I did like the absolute passion he put into the comment of, who the fuck is Goo Master? I like that this puzzle is actually symmetrical. That's very nice. Very sparks joy. No, there it is. Oh, pink. That's a good pink. That is a good pink. Okay, oh, there's gotta be like... Yeah, there we go. Alright, we're finishing the wings first. There we go. I like all my goofy little, like, colouring games. I own so many of these, it's honestly not even funny. Like, we still have the DLC and the Achieve to do? Yeah. We will. Do not worry, it will happen. I cannot promise when, but at some point, it will. Eventually. Oh, this is the last. There we go. Yeah, I can't promise. Yeah, because you're much, isn't it? Goo Master sounds like a Mega Chad nickname. Well, that would be because it is. It is a nickname given by yours truly, so therefore it is a Giga tier nickname. You know what? I've had an idea. Maybe I will do some researching in Swedish, and that is, I will come up with a funny Swedish word that isn't a swear word. You're a little goober. Yeah, I'm a little goober. Goofy goober moment. Certified goofy goober. I've been meaning to give Keck a special nickname, but I can't think of anything like that's simultaneously fitting and insulting enough that it would be funny. And also I don't want to be too mean because he does help a lot with like everything. And so I don't know, I feel a bit bad like naming him like twat on my Discord or something. Which I absolutely would, but you know, Theatre I are hearing that. Look, I cannot promise it will make any semblance of sense. But I can certainly try. I will go delve into the good old Ike Eveland VODs where he teaches you Swedish words. And I will come up with something. I will probably do that after stream, to be honest. VOD gang and all that. And I'm never going to say it out loud because I will absolutely butcher it. Maybe I should just wait. Maybe I should just name you the that really long word for hiccups. The hypervoconerviostratia vibraconia, something like that. Your friend nicknamed Daddy just an inside joke. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, I can understand the concern. Oh dear. I don't think I want to know what the inside joke is that sparked that. You don't even remember the joke? You know what? That makes it better. That makes it infinitely better that you don't even remember the joke. It's just a thing now. Oh no. I mean, mine does when she's talking to my dog. Like, but they both do. Because you know how you baby talk the dog? We'd be like, okay, doggy, you're gonna go see daddy. You're gonna go see daddy. You know, like, as you would like a little kid. So it's not weird. You know, it would be odd if she said it in a normal voice. She tries to do the crit. Oh no, ew. No. That's weird. That's weird. No, yeah. It's only not crimg if you know it's like the baby voice addressing an animal. Which my dog's like word association is actually way better than I thought it was. Because we like leave her scraps from things like before and after meals. Like she gets the like little bits of leftovers of sauce and things. And somehow she appears to have word associated the words kitchen, plate, and food. So if she's sat up in my room and I know something's been put downstairs for her, but she hasn't like clocked it yet because she's been on my bed, I just have to whip out the baby voice, which I physically can't do right now because my vocal cords are absolutely destroyed from COVID. And I just have to say I just look her dead in the eyes and say the words plate, kitchen, food, and then she immediately knows exactly what I'm trying to tell her and just bounds downstairs. It's really sweet. Your cat waits at the bottom of the stairs every morning. Aww. Yeah, mine sits outside my door, apparently. When I'm not the first one awake, because she sleeps downstairs in the kitchen, because she had a history of tummy problems, and the kitchen is the only room that is not carpeted. And so for obvious reasons that became her room. But you know, we shut the door, so if perchance an accident were to happen, it's not as devastating on the cleanup. Your cat nibbles on your toes every morning. I can't imagine they taste very good, but if it works, it works. I just get crushed. Because my doggo is a Labrador. She's quite big. Probably weighs about the same as I do, frankly. And whenever I'm not the first awake, whoever gets up first opens my door, lets her in, and then she proceeds to jump her entire body weight up onto the bed and directly over my legs. And I have been jump scared awake a few times. I've been like, just, you know, off in dreamland having a great dream, and then all of a sudden, dunk, just dog. Dog flopping entire body weight on me. It's very effective. Your dog goes cannibal? She does. She does. I think she still thinks she's a puppy. And I mean, I never got to see her as an actual puppy because she's a rescue. And when we got her, she was like 1. So she just about fully grown. Yeah. She cannonballs me and ugh. Just wait outside my room sometimes. Aww. I mean, you also wake up at fucking ungodly hours, so you know, I think you're like later than usual. It isn't that late, generally speaking. Yeah, no, I have been crushed a few times by said dog. she also has a really bad habit of stepping on your feet. So, like, I know it's a like frowned upon thing, but in our house, if you don't wear shoes everywhere, your toes will be crushed and subsequently be very painful. Because dog does not have knowledge of the fact that, hey, standing on feet hurts. We're gonna shower. Oh no, you'll melt. You'll melt. But yes, go shower. Go shower. That is a good idea. A cold shower, duh. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. That was a curse, though. I can't physically imagine anyone ever enjoying a cold shower. Like, that just sounds like the peak of unpleasantness to me. It just sounds so uncomfortable. I mean, I also just don't like showers in the first place because water. I hate water. I hate it. It makes me very unhappy. But then the concept of it also being freezing cold water, oh no. Just no. Why would you do that to yourself? What level of masochism do you need to have? Ugh. I cannot imagine it being enjoyable. It just doesn't seem like it would be. And I'm not willing to try it to find out. I am not willing. I refuse. You shower in hot water, so you must get burn marks? Jesus Christ. Okay, no, that is too hot. There has to be there is a nice happy medium where it does not scorch you, but it does also not freeze your balls off. That is the good temperature. At least to me. Like, right in the middle of the temperature gauge on my shower is usually good. But then again, my temperature sensitivity is completely whack. And I overheat very easily, so. It's probably generally on the colder side, but not freezing. Absolutely not freezing. Oh, final color. Yeah! The butterfly's done. Let's go. Woo! Damn, look at that. It's kind of nice. Oh, the time lapse is always so satisfying. Well, that is just wonderful. Okay, I'm gonna try and finish these next two, and I think the bottom row I might leave off. Oh, wait, this is multiple! Hey! This is multiple doggos and cattos. That is fantastic. Wonderful. Let us do these. We gotta try and guess what kind of doggos they are. Before I finish the colouring. I mean, it's got the little, like, sticky uppy ears. So maybe some kind of, like, bulldog? Perhaps? I'm not sure. Maybe? Oh, I mean, it has, oh, it has little eyes. I think it's some kind of bulldog. That seems like what this is. That feels correct. That's what I'm going with. That's my final answer. Oh, wait, maybe it's like a Westie or something. My cousins had a Westie. His name was Baxter, and he was very nice. He's unfortunately dead, and he has been dead for a good few years now. I don't remember when exactly he passed away, but he was very old. He was like he had leg problems and like ear problems, and he had like special eye drops, and he just wasn't doing too hot, so, you know. He was an old man. I kind of miss him. You know what? It kind of looks like him a little bit. That's kind of weird. Anyway, I'm gonna try and guess. So I think that's definitely like a beagle or something. That feels like a pug to me. And one of these feels like it might be Chihuahua-y. Oh, what? Orange coloration? That's usually a good sign. That is a good sign. Ooh. Dad's first dog was an Irish Wolfhound. Ooh. Nice. Irish Wolfhounds are cool. Yeah, my current doggo was not technically my first doggo. Technically second. But the first doggo that we fostered at first to see, you know, if they'd be a good fit. Her name was Molly. She was a chocolate Labrador. But she was very fucking strong. Like, and very jumpy. You know, she needed a lot of training. And as first-time owners, we were not quite prepared for that. Like, me and my mom could not walk her, because if she saw another dog over the road, she would put her entire being into pulling you over the road. So, which was obviously not ideal or desirable. And I think we kept her for like a month or two. You know, just to see if things would settle. They unfortunately did not. But she ended up going to a home with a more experienced handler and trainer, and she's made lots of progress in that meantime. But yeah, just wasn't for us. And then my current doggo was the second doggo that we met. And how we picked her out was she was at a like home with a lot of other doggies, and they were all like free roaming outside. They were raw fed kind of thing. And she came up to the fence and gave me a high five through the bars, and I was immediately like, this is the one we're taking home. And then to my parents, you guys don't get a say in this matter. She gave me a high five. I would like this one. And that was, probably about 7 years ago now. Yeah. If not more. Wait, hold on. Yeah, like 8 years ago. 8 years ago. And she has been a staple of the family ever since. He only lived for 7 years. Oh no, that's sad. Well, at least it was a good 7 years, I assume. I mean, most of the pets I've had in the like interim have been like bugs. You know, I've kept snails, as I mentioned, which were not my first snails. They were my second set of snailies. I originally had 4 little garden snails. But you know, obviously snails have a very limited lifespan, so they were not around for very long. But the problem with those dogs, they're tall and they gain a lot of problems early on. Yeah. That sucks. That is a big suck. I'm gonna be like really fucking sad when my dog eventually does pass away. Because, I mean, obviously I know it's gonna happen. Like, you know, it's not gonna be like a, huh, what? I wasn't expecting that one. Because, you know, she is getting on now. She is getting into her middle-agedness. And, you know, the health problems are starting to, like, pop up here and there. But, I don't know, even if I'm, like, you know, very consciously aware, I'm like, yeah, that's gonna happen. Like, I know it's gonna happen. There's no point being, like, surprised about it. It still just doesn't really feel, I don't know, like real, if that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I just have some slight difficulties coming to terms with the, like, yes, it's going to happen eventually. And there's like no getting around that fact kind of thing. Well, oh well. When it happens, it happens. Shower, that was fucking fast. When you look at a cat and realize you say F, yeah. That was fucking speedy. What the hell? The shower was good. You know what? Just for some balance, I hope it was absolutely awful. I hope you had a dreadful time. I'm kidding, of course. I don't hope that, but you gotta have some balance. Better not drop that soap. Oh, I mean, or do. Going to shower you in molten lead. Alright, I mean, that's animal cruelty, so, you know, like... I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. But you can try. You can sure try. Unless you have, I don't know, some, like, medieval contraption outside your house. I don't think you'll be very successful. Cruelty? I'd be doing everyone a service. Excuse you. Alright, listen here, you little shit. That sounds medically motivated. That does. Oh my god. Christ. I mean, my friends have made jokes like that, and I'm like, yeah, but you see, if I wasn't with you, you wouldn't get disabled privilege. So, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. That privilege is like people moving out of the way when we're trying to walk somewhere. Bows down. No, don't do that. That's weird. Actually, yeah. Wait, on that note, I discovered something really fucking weird recently. Like, it was on Tuesday when I had like an extra. I took over an extra work shift for funsies, and I mainly work weekends because I live near to like where school kids walk, like the teenagers. And they are absolutely insufferable. They are the worst, right? They you know, they make you walk on the road. They called me an emo, which was very funny, but, you know, the intention was not to be funny, it was to be mean. But, I mean, it was still funny. It was really funny, but they don't need to know that. But yeah, I discovered that, if I'm walking with my mobility aids, all of a sudden, they seem to gain the ability to move over. Like, they don't just walk straight into you and force you onto the road. It's incredible. Like, I don't know how it has such power. But, you know, all of a sudden, they see a disabled person, and they're like, oh, well, okay, guess we better learn how to move to one side of the pavement now. Like, you couldn't do that before? Why not? I don't understand the difference, really. Like, you know, if you could seemingly always move over, why do you just choose not to? Like, do you purely choose not to be an inconvenience? Like, is that it? I don't understand the thought process whatsoever. But hey, it works out in my favor, so that's fine. Fine by me. If it was me, I would have moved. I wouldn't have moved. Yeah, see, I would like to do that. But as formally mentioned, I am only 4'11", and most, you know, cis teenage boys are like up into the 6 foot range, and I I do have the fear of God in me that I maybe absolutely clocked one of these days if I did that. So I'm not gonna try that one out. Funnily enough, I'm not gonna test that theory. I say move out the fucking way, yeah. See, if you have the power to do that, then absolutely use it. I'll drop them for you. Oh, why thank you. Why thank you, very appreciated. You know, I just found it vaguely amusing how they somehow gain the ability to move over as soon as I'm visibly disabled. Like, I don't know. Funny how that works, isn't it? But that also happened to me when I was on the bus yesterday. I had my mask on, don't worry. I had like an appointment I couldn't miss, regardless of how ill I was. So I just, you know, masked up and was like, well, guess we'll go. And I was in the you know, the priority seats at the front with my cane because I was having a fucking rough day already, like illness aside. And I remember there was this old lady at one of the stops we went past, and she was like glaring daggers at me through the window because, you know, obviously she could see just my head in the window, and she saw I was in the, you know, in the priority seats that you're meant to give up for anyone like elderly or with reduced mobility. She was absolutely glaring at me, and then she gets on the bus, turns with the same steely expression, obviously like bracing herself to do the old lady like, excuse me, and then I watch as her eyes go, and she just stares for a second at the cane, and then all of a sudden she just sort of like silently shuffled past me and went to the seat behind. And I was like, yeah, I am meant to be here. Yeah, I bet you feel like a bit of an idiot now, huh? But that happens very frequently. Just saw you on and wanted to wish you a good stream. Hope it brightens your day. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you also have a wonderful day. That is very nice of you. Thank you for popping in to say hi. You know, I think it's the first time, I don't know, I've started getting shit for, you know, using the disabled stuff like I'm supposed to. I mean, I understand where she was coming from because, you know, a lot of times like teens and young people just sort of use the seats because they're like more convenient. Old lady get wrecked. Honestly. You Avatar, thank you. I made him myself. He is entirely my own creation. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. My neck hurts now. Yeah, even if they're the only seats to eat, yeah. I usually just stand. That's fair. It is a common occurrence, at least where I am, that kids will just sit in them and not like move unless the driver tells them to. But so, you know, I'm not like, I don't want to flame her for being completely like in the wrong, because I know she's probably had to ask multiple times in the past, like, for them to move, but it was just the way her tone, her like vibes immediately changed. It just avoids the interaction. Yeah, it was just the fact she went from being so ready to tell me to fuck off to then just going, oh, uh-oh, you are meant to be there, sorry about that. You know, I mean, at least she corrected before saying something stupid, but I don't know, I get some weird kind of like, yeah, serves you right. Don't you glare at me, old woman. Don't you glare at me. But yeah, if I'm having a good day, generally I just don't use the seats anyway, even though I know I'm perfectly entitled to. Like, because there's a lot of old people where I live, I'd rather they have it. So I'll go for, like, you know, the row behind, or something. So my dad would have said a dumb comment to the old lady. Oh, probably. But, you know, she corrected. I mean, if she'd actually come up to me and still been like, you know, oh, you're young, you should move, then I would have absolutely ripped into her, like, with zero hesitation. But, you know, she opted to just be like, okay, never mind, abort mission. So, I will. Someone like, sit down, you old fossil. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Fossil moment. Truly fossil moment. I think that is the first time it's happened, though. I have been called a cripple in public, though. That was fun. I don't even remember what the context was. I think I was just walking, minding my own business, and, you know, some random kid just, like, walks next to me and is like, "Heh, cripple." And I'm like, "Yeah, how'd you figure that one out, genius?" Good job. That's me with my dyspraxia. I could probably get some help with it, but I'm stubborn and don't. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm weird in the sense that I've been called many a slur in public by random strangers for various things. One of them was being called a faggot for wearing a rainbow mask during the pandemic, so that was cool. But every single time, I don't know if I'm just weird, but it doesn't hurt my feelings. It just makes me laugh. Like, my friends, when I when I was in college during the pandemic, and I got into class like absolutely grinning, and my friends were like, "Yo, what happened to cheer you up?" And I just went, "Someone called me a slur on the way here today." And they were like, "Why are you happy about that? What? Huh? That's not a good thing. That's a very bad thing. What do you mean?" I don't know. I just find it really funny. Mainly because I don't know. I'm happy enough and confident in my own skin that I'm just like, I'm so sorry that you feel so insecure in yourself. You have to, you know, like, verbally abuse me to feel better. Like, sucks for you, man. Sucks for you more than it does for me. You wear rainbow-colored clothes sometimes and people stare. Yeah! I mean, I don't know. I think I hope they grow out of it, kind of thing. Most of the time, whenever this happens, it's like a 14-year-old, and I'm oh so tempted to just snap back, like, yeah, and I'm 4 years older than you. You want to watch your tongue, you little crap. Right? Right? I will beat you with my cane. Don't fucking test me. But I also know that would probably get me in more trouble than them, so. And also taking it off the floor to whack them around the head would hurt. So, not the most applicable strategy, unfortunately. My dad even wears rainbow shoes and rainbow hoodies. That's so cool. Yeah, I still have the rainbow mask. I'll probably be wearing it at work this weekend. Because, I mean, even if I'm, like, tested negative, which I will be doing another test the night before, just to be on the safe side on that one. I'll probably still wear it just to be on the safe side. Again, because I work with a lot of old people, I wouldn't want to accidentally kill one of them. I have some friends in Sweden that are most straight people, but they say the gayest stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Those are the best friends. The bestest, coolest ones. Straight as a ruler, wouldn't have thought it. We have a friend named Daniel, who was very much like that. Daniel is a very special being. He is just awkward. Like, there's no better way to describe him than awkward. He is just him. And it makes for some very funny interactions. Because he's very naive and pure. But he often gets dragged into the shenanigans. And in fact, so much so that he recently came out as bi. I think because we'd sussed him way before he sussed himself. If that makes sense. Like, we were like, Daniel, you're not straight. Look, you insist you are, you're not. Like, just trust us, you're not. And he was like, okay, whatever you say. You know, sure enough, he came out. So good for him. Round of applause for Daniel. He figured it out eventually, with a lot of gentle encouragement. Dive headfirst in shenanigans. That is the best way. That is the best way to engage in shenanigans. Headfirst. No better way, honestly. Oh yeah. We're finishing colors now. This is great. Woo! Oh, we're up to one line. I don't have to scroll anymore. Whoops. I forgot. There we go. Alright, 32s. Let's fill those in here. And then we have some 36. Do. Can I get a number 9? A number 9 large? A number 7 with extra fries? I don't know why my word correlation just brought that up. Big Smoke. Big Smoke's order. I should learn that whole thing again. I knew it off by heart at one point in time. I do not anymore. But it was a very helpful conversational starter when I did. Number 15. Wait. Number 15. Burger Bing Butt Bettis. Babast Bing Bood Bon. Bin your Burger Bing Burger. Bis Bum One Bells his Butt Bungus. But Baz it burns out. Bad bite be bought be bet. There you go. My dad has a friend that almost didn't order like that at the McDonald's. Oh my god, no. I am a very samey person. I have the exact same McDonald's order every time I go, which is very rare. But it's the it's one of their veggie burgers. I forget which one. The one with like the 2 fillets. And then a caramelized frappe. That's it. That's my thing. That's just like anytime we go and my friends are like, do you want food? And I say yeah, they're like, okay, and they just put it in because they just know what it is. And I'm like, yes, you knew exactly what I wanted. Big Mac large meal is mine. Yeah. I mean, I used to get the Happy Meals all the time, but then of course when I went veggie, I mean maybe they do now, but at least when I initially did, they did not have vegetarian Happy Meals. And that's still the same in a lot of places. The kids' meals are all meat, which sucks. Because I am the size of a child and eat about as much as a child, so adult portions are a painful thing for me, usually. Oh, it's an octopus! Octopus. It's Octodad. Let's go. Octodad. Ooh. You should go for a big share in one meal's bacon clubhouse. Oh, nice. That is very poggers. Very poggers. Yeah, I don't like trying new foods very much. I like having my consistent things that I know I like, and I will default to that unless I absolutely have no other choice. But I don't know. Generally speaking, I don't like coffee at all. But for some reason, specifically the McDonald's iced frappes, that sparks joy. And I don't know, it's probably because it doesn't taste like coffee. Yeah, I don't think we have those here. I'm hoping you can't hear them. My dog just howled really fucking loudly downstairs. I think someone's at our door, and she's not a fan of it, probably. I don't think that will have picked up on the mic, but if it did, that's what that was. Although, wait, let me just... Right, okay, yeah, no, I see. Very slightly. One of my mother's friends just, like, came to pick something up. What kind of doggo is she? She is a Labrador cross. We don't know what she's crossed with. Something. She's a bit of a mishmash. Because she originally was on the streets in Cyprus, actually. She's a Cyprus rescue. And then she came over here, decidedly said she despises the weather, but oh well. Crossed with a dog, I guess. Yeah, pretty much. She's crossed with, I don't know, something. It's basically what the her foster mum told us. And we were like, okay. You know, like, nobody knows what the fuck makes her up. But you know what? That makes her special. Half Labrador, half dog. Yeah, you know what? That's what I'm gonna say. Half Labrador, half dog. The Labrador is just, like, the most prominent. Like, you know, if you look at her from a distance, you're like, ah, yes, that's a Labrador. But then, you know, you look at her up close and you're like, wait a minute, there's some weirdness going on with this. Like, she's more sort of lean than a Labrador. Her fur's slightly longer, but not as much as a Golden Retriever. And she just has some funky biology going on that, like, nobody who looks at her can figure out where it came from. My cat is, I don't know, cat is just cat. Oh, it's like that meme, you know, the, like, what breed is your dog? Oh, it's a pedigree, blah, 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 blah. And then, what breed is your cat? Orange. Like, the dog owners knowing very oddly specific information about the breed, and cat owners just going, I don't know, it's orange. That's the breed, orange. But that's... What breed is your cat? Yes. What breed is your cat? Asshole. That's what breed the cat is. You see, it's this very, very specific breed. Where's the rest of the... Oh, here they are. Wait, maybe not. Wait, where's the rest? Hold on. I want to finish the 4 so I don't accidentally color over it again. I may be blind. I'm not seeing any... Wait. There's a 4 there. Oh, here. I found it. I found the 4s. There we go. All I know is my cat's fur is a mix of grey, white, light brown, and a bit of beige. Quite literally the meme. I don't know. Colourful. That's the cat. Honestly, that's the best kind of cat, though. Or just animal in general. Like, fuck knowing what the breed is. If it looks cute, it looks cute. The breed is cute. Yeah, she's had a lot of trouble understanding me while I've been ill, though, because I always talk to her in the same, you know, high-pitched baby voice. So most of the words that I word associate with her, she's only used to hearing me say them in the baby voice. And I do that for a specific reason, in that then if I say the word in a normal voice, she won't pick up on it. Like, we have a thing, you cannot say the word cheese in our house in, you know, the baby dog voice without her coming up, sitting at your feet and staring at you. Because she hears the word cheese and she loves cheese. And she knows that it's called cheese. So you simply have to refer to it as the seafood. Which is ironic, but the C word. But yeah, I've been trying to, like, you know, be like, oh yeah, do you want to come on the bed? And I say, like, do you want to come up? But because I've been saying it in a weird voice, she's just been sort of looking at me blankly, like she doesn't understand. And I'm like, it's because calling it seafood also wouldn't be confusing. Well, yeah. But you know, there's a difference between seafood and the seafood. You know? It's the emphasis on the and then usually the cursory glance towards the dog to make sure she hasn't picked up on it. But, you know, nice seafood, yeah. Seafood diet, yeah. We have a fridge magnet with that my mum got for my dad, which is completely a jab, but you know what? It's pretty funny. We have so many of those, like, you know, passive aggressive fridge magnets. That's just the thing. Favorite food? Nearest. Favorite food? Self. Just like, you know the little baby's ice cream man? Yeah, that's what I'm picturing right now. Just has a spoon, just takes scoops of it from the noggin. God, that advert is horrifying. Actual nightmare fuel. Yeah, would you do a little baby's ice cream advert and just like, I don't know, scoop parts of your hair and eat it? Is that like a thing you would willingly do? You know, hypothetically. Hypothetically, of course. But like, what does it grow back? If it pays well, sure. Like, wait, how does that work? Because your hair is made of ice cream. Your everything is made of ice cream. How long does it take to grow back? And how does it grow back? I'm asking like the deep lore questions now. Classified? Alright, yeah, good answer. Good answer. Classified. Isn't there a video of the man being ice cream and eats himself as an ad? Yeah, it's the little baby's ice cream man. Yeah, that's the one I'm referring to. The where he's like, I love little baby's ice cream. It keeps me young. And he's just like staring intently into the camera, just like scooping ice cream off the top of his head, and it's really creepy. It's me before VTuber. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, it's a very... I see him every time under my bed at night. Oh my god. The little baby's ice cream man or Neapolitan? Because one of those things is far scarier than the other. Both? Oh no, not both. That's worse. Not both. Not both. I'm just going over all of the lines today. Yeah, I think this will be the last puzzle. Whenever I reach the end of this, I gotta go. I'm gonna go back to bed. I'm tired. Or maybe not. Maybe I will work on the surprise project. Because I've very much been wanting to do more on it. I made some good progress yesterday. It's been a thing I've wanted to work on for quite a while. I just hadn't got around to it. Or like decided on the details of it, kind of thing. Which is often the case with me. I will come up with an idea for a thing I want to do like months in advance, and then just sort of not give it any more thought for a while. And then, you know, as soon as I do give it more thoughts, it all comes together, and then, you know, something cool happens. But planning, my beloved. Imagine having to be organized and, you know, time manage. It is for so many things, yeah. But it's the transferring them from ideas to actual thing that is the challenge. At least in my case. And also the deciding whether it's a realistic idea or not. Because there are many ideas I have that as soon as I give it even a second more of thinking, I'm like, nope, that's not viable. like nope, that's impossible. Why? What possessed that to cross my mind in the first place? Oh yeah, not the skill to do them. Yeah, that's the other thing. Is the like, wow, it'd be so cool if I could do things that I've literally never touched in my entire life and have no idea how to use. Yeah, that'd be cool. But oh well. It's worth dreaming, I guess. Even if said dream is completely outrageous. Blah, blah, blah. Are there any more three? Yes, there are. There. Yeah, I think the rest of this bit is pretty good. Okay. I'm gonna do this octopus in chunks. We're gonna takoyaki it. I mean, no, because that's a bit mean. We're just coloring it. We're not chopping it up and eating it. Yeah. Oh well. Okay, let's get all the two. Gonna do all twos. Thing I have never touched and never used. Yeah, there are a lot of those. Like anything to do with like 3D modeling or like detailed video editing or animation. Yeah, never attempted, and honestly, a little bit afraid to. Little bit afraid to. Because it seems very daunting. But then again, I also said that with, like, making my VTuber model. And, you know, that clearly turned out okay. So, I need to have more faith in myself and my ability to learn how to do things. Because I do learn quickly. I just forget conveniently anytime it comes to learning something new. You know, that the fact just kind of slips my mind. You can do it, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the support. I mean, like, learning more languages is something that I've always been interested in. But have I put the time and effort into doing it? Not as much as I should have. Like, particularly when I had friends that I spoke to regularly from said, like, foreign places. I mean, I've been meaning to, you know, learn a little bit of Ukrainian, because where I am, we have, like, a lot of refugees from Ukraine have settled, like, in my town and the residing areas. So and it's kind of awkward playing, like, charades with them whenever, you know, like, they come into my workplace. And it's just really awkward for both of us because they don't know what I'm saying and I don't know what they're saying. So we're just kind of vaguely gesturing at each other and hoping the message gets across. On Swedish and Hungarian. It might be a bit adventurous, but I'm sure I can pick up a few words. I'm sure I could pick up, like, hello and goodbye, at least. You know, the absolute basic survivals. I reckon I could probably do. Probably. Swedish can be difficult. Yeah, based on the proper word for hiccups. Yeah, I've established that much. I do not even want to begin trying to pronounce that monstrosity. But it can't be as bad as Finnish. Because I attempted Finnish at one point. And very quickly gave up. Is hika? Yeah, I know that's the one you actually use. I mean, like, the scientific word. You know, that's like really, really excessively long. Finnish is in the same language family tree as Hungarian. Oh god. Okay, well, I'm not gonna get your hopes up by saying I will small frogs. That's amazing. That's amazing. Small frogs. I only know fita. What does that mean? Once again, with my just reading words out that I don't know the meaning of. I really need to not do that. One of these days I'm gonna get myself banned by accidentally saying a slur in Swedish or something. Or you say, oh, oh no, oh no, I didn't know that's what it meant. Okay. Nia, why do you know that word? Honestly. SMH. Neapolitan VT, why are you teaching me bad words? Because I have Swedish friends. I mean, yeah, that makes sense, but... no! Ew! 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 Don't say that! No! Cease causing me psychic damage. I only have, like, A few health points left. His dad just like, ah! That is not what that sentence means, and you know it. Oh my god. You know, okay, but actually swearing in Swedish is... It sounds vaguely nice, which is a weird statement, and I don't know how to elaborate, particularly. I don't know, it just has like a nice ring to it. Ah, ew, no. All right, I am not reading whatever cursed thing you are putting in my chat. Cease and desist. Okay, I think the first phrase I need to learn in Swedish is shut the fuck up. Clearly. Oh my goodness me. Oh my god. I'm not reading that. I don't trust you. I don't trust what that says. That better not be something rude. Please don't be something rude. I'm gonna pretend that you said I'm a great friend. Why, thank you, Nia. That is so nice of you to say. Sure. That's what I'm going to pretend that you just said, even though I'm pretty sure that is not what that means. Did you see which language comes out? Ah, no. That is a question. I can establish that much. I called you a short rabbit? Wow, okay. Well, that is just a little bit rude, isn't it? I mean, very correct. But I am sensitive about my height, okay? Yeah, I have my pattern recognition with words is not pulling up anything for that. That's just complete and utter gibberish to me. But oh well. Corta Canyon. Is that gonna be my name now? Ah. Actually, no, I should... Now that I know the meaning, I kind of see it. I'm assuming the corta is short. I'm guessing. It's kind of like Spanish. Because I'm pretty sure short in Spanish is corto. That's interesting. Language is funky. Like how some languages that seemingly have nothing in common share like a word that means the exact same thing. Like, that's really cool to me. I should make a pat emote. I don't think I have one yet. The funniest thing is trying to explain to a non-English speaker why I just... Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, unfortunate translations. I love hearing non-Swedish people pronounce Swedish words. Oh no. Why? Is it like really bad? I'm going to guess it's absolutely dreadful. But I'm trying my best. I don't know how Swedish is pronounced, other than there's a lot of sounds in there that I don't usually make. Oh, pushy means kiss. Oh, okay. Oh dear. That is an unfortunate translation right there. Very unfortunate. Oh my goodness. That does remind me though, back to the like topic of the like people who speak Ukrainian around me. I had a really funny incident when I was in work last week. That a mum and her kid came in, and the kid was clearly not wanting to be there. And I couldn't understand most of what he was saying, but he said this word. I'm not even gonna attempt that. I'm not gonna attempt that. But this kid said this word in the midst of a full Ukrainian sentence, So obviously it's not what he said. But it very, very much sounded like he just angrily said the word cock. And I was trying so hard not to laugh, because obviously that's not what he said. He was like 6. And, you know, the rest of the sentence was in a language I didn't know. But it was funnier than it should have been. And I had to really hold back from the like entertained. And then he said it again, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is the God's way of testing me, isn't it? Like, I'm being tested right now on my maturity, and I'm failing the test miserably. The word means capital gains taxation. That is so oddly specific. Why do you have a word for that? Okay, well, the first word just looks like realizations. Vinst beskattning or something. Realizations vinst beskattning. There we go. Because we're Swedish. Yeah, okay, that's a good enough explanation. There we go. Realizations vinst beskattning. That's my best. That's my attempt, which is, I'm going to guess I got very little of that correct. Epic. It was not epic, and you know it. Oh no. I don't know. I kind of understand the like, I don't know, entertainment factor. Again, from when I have someone who doesn't speak a lot of English, like talking to me in my work, and they're like, you know, saying a word, and I'm like, oh, do you mean says correctly? And they go, yes, that. And I'm like, oh, you know what? You said it well enough that I understood what you meant. So, success. Good job. Well done. Just saying cook means cook in Ukraine. Oh, right. That's very logical. That he was probably asking what they were having for dinner or something. That would make a lot of sense. Given he addressed Mama before enunciating that word, so that would make a lot more sense. But just, you know, hearing a young child say the words "Mama cock" is far more amusing than it should be. Far more amusing than it should be, at least to me. Like, children saying swear words is always funny. There's not a time when it's not funny, particularly if a parent is nearby and then is like absolutely mortified at where said small child picked up that word. I think that the one that always gets me is the monkey on the car. Fuck off. Like that old ass vine of the kid at the zoo. That one's good. That one's good. It shouldn't be, but it is. I like it when kids say them, then immediately look around because they didn't mean to. Yeah. Like, when they're self-aware that they probably shouldn't have said that word. But I find the lack of awareness arguably more endearing. Like, when they're just, like, mimicking a word. And they have no idea what it means. Like, I remember there was a Reddit story of someone who, when they were really little, thought the word horny meant that they had a tummy ache. And so, like, in public at a bus stop, just turned to, like, their mother and was like, "Mum, I am horny." And, you know, obviously that's a mortifying thing to hear your child say, but oh god, is that funny. You just let them know you heard. Yeah. Like, I see you. You're not getting away with that. You're going to get the disapproving family member glare now. I think about that that Reddit story quite frequently, and I wonder how many times that's been told to, like, friends that they brought over. Just as like a, hey, do you want to know this embarrassing thing that my kid did? Your favorite Swedish saying is, oh no, mat som en plat? There was a similar meme in Hungarian, a little girl saying, you're such a beautiful cat, you son of a bitch. Yeah! Yeah, that. I'm just the kiddo saying something that's they definitely don't understand. So, mechanic, what exactly did I just butcher in Swedish? Do tell. Do tell. I'm curious. It's gonna be something like really weird now, isn't it? Oh no. Maybe I should just make a compilation of like all the times you've convinced me to try and measure like a piece of cake. Huh. That's very oddly specific and makes absolutely no sense when translated into English. People measure pieces of cake? Like, I didn't think that was a thing. That saying means it's a polite way to decline any more food and literally translates to, oh, I'm as full as a pancake. You know, that makes sense. Want to try Hungarian? Taking a look at whatever that is, no. I don't think I will. Is that one word? Is that just one really, really long word, like anti-disestablishmentarianism? Or is that multiple words? One word? Jesus Christ. That is too many letters for a word. They're certainly not hungry for more letters. Oh my god. That's dreadful. You should be ashamed. You should be ashamed of yourself. Oh my goodness. I'm not. Well, you should be. I don't even know where to start with that. Meg Zent tell it. Yeah, no, I've. There are too many accents in there for my English brain to comprehend, I'm afraid. Maybe if I stuck it through Google Translate a few times and listened to it being said, I might stand a chance. As of right now, I do not. There's absolutely no way. Well, it does seem like an epic word, however. It's probably something very boring, though. You know, like the tax thing that you said earlier. That's like a very oddly specific, boring legal word. That's usually what long, strange words mean, anyway. Or they mean hiccups, you know, in Sweden. For your profanities. Oh my god. Wait, is that just like one really long, insulting curse word or something? Because in which case, I'm definitely not going to attempt to say that. Oh my goodness me. I think that will... Twitch guidelines are lenient. I don't think they're that lenient. No? Alright, good. Good. Oh my goodness me. We did it. We finished the octopus. Yeah! Look at him. No, it literally means for your profanities. Oh, right. Funky. Oh. That's a very oddly specific phrase. Very nice. Ah, that was a good octopus. My throat is very sore now, though, so I think it is very much time for me to head off. In Hungarian, there are no pronouns and such. Either we just put things after words. Oh. No pronouns. Interesting. I'm trying to imagine how that works grammatically, but I think because we do have pronouns, I just can't picture it. But that's kind of cool, how certain languages are just like, we don't need this thing. Get that out of here, we don't need it. Screw pronouns. Who needs them? You can just guess what I'm referring to. As if by magic. Huh. So then, do you refer to everything, like, as the object? If you really need to refer in third person, it's just, oh. Oh. Well, that makes sense. That looks like a really, really excited face. Like he's going... That's all I see with O's and accents above it. That's cool. Languages are cool. Languages are really cool. I will maybe look into getting back to my frequent studying languages that I used to do, because it was fun. I don't know. It's the, let me get that makes sense. It's an That does make sense. Letters and accents are something that I find very difficult. I found it tricky when I was doing Spanish in school. But at least in Spanish, they only have, like, one. You talked to me a lot in Japanese when we first talked. I did. Weirdly enough, that's probably the foreign language I feel most proficient in at the minute. Like, I mean, if I'd met you in about 2 years ago, I was pretty good at Spanish. I mean, you know, I got, like, the equivalent of an A* in my Spanish classes. I was pretty good at Spanish. But having not spoken it basically at all for 2 years, yeah, that's gone. That's absolutely gone. I remember a couple of phrases. That's about it. I mean, I can talk to you in Japanese more if you want, but... I talk to myself in Japanese sometimes as practice, and my parents look at me weirdly because they're like, what the fuck did you just say? Huh? But, oh well. Anyway, as I said, my throat kind of hurts, so I'ma head off. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And fingers crossed, I will be all better for Friday, so we can have a proper stream where I play games and we do things. Yeah, see ya. You're the nerd, not me. So see ya, nerd.